explaining it again! They can't even hear you. Give me a second. Not explaining it again. They can't hear you. That's all we need to know. Alright, for some reason... It's not... you guys talk?
Hey, when you're walking down the street.
Now people can hear you. Perfect.
Yeah. No one won't explain things to me.
I've already explained them, and you should already know.
Well, can you explain it again? Alright, I'm done.
Thank you for the bits. Can't believe it's not a bot. Thank you for the 750 bits. Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Summoner Blue. We're here today playing some Megaman Net Navi RP session number 2 with our boy William D. Will of William Dorf, Will of so many things.
Sullivan.
William D. Sullivan, and all that good stuff. Twitch.tv/Scroll of a Thousand Tales.
I have an affiliate.
You are an affiliate now. That's really cool.
Yeah, I did my tax stuff and all that, so they have my tax information.
Hell yeah! Now they can track you down and destroy you.
Just like I always fetishized.
We're here with our boy, that damn cat, otherwise known as Rogue Purple, otherwise known as Jake M. Kitty, otherwise known as Jake, otherwise known as all these other cat things, probably. I don't know.
Insert cat pun here.
And we're here with our boy, Squeaky Chiona, otherwise known as Cleric Pink, otherwise known as Squeaky something 93 YouTube.com.
Just, yeah, Squeaky's fine.
Just
Let's be real. No one cares about the number at the end. Not even me back in 2006 when I made the account.
But for you can call me Squeaky.
You can call her Squackles.
Waggle daggle.
That's what I call her. I call her Squackles.
You actually don't.
Sometimes I call you weird stuff. I could have called you Squackles before. You don't know.
You go for Squacky over Squackles.
I do go for Squacky. Squacky's pretty good. Let's be honest.
I've had a lot of people misspell my name into Squacky.
I think my microphone's acting weird too. Holy shit, there's a bunch of audio problems going on today. It's like it's back in the day, man. It's like having different problems and things. It's great. It's fantastic. I love it. That should fix it.
Excuse me.
Perfect. Everything's perfectly fine. Okay. Ugh. With all that being said, my dudes, there are some things that have changed on the board that we will go over before we start things off for the day. Hopefully, we'll see how far we go today. I have quite a bit of stuff for you guys today, but we'll see how much of it we go through. We'll see if we faff around a bit. We'll see if we die. We'll figure things out. But one thing that has changed is I finally made action tokens for you guys that actually look correct for the Net Navi game, so that's really good. Just like the Fairy Tale game, we guys have 3 actions a turn, blah blah blah, all that good stuff. I made actual cards for each of your special abilities. So we have Junk Pile here, which does everything I said last time. Which is basically you can throw out a junk pile. The junk pile has 2 HP essentially. You can use it to avoid damage if the 2 people can do it. Yada yada yada. You can also use it after hitting with a basic attack to bog down an enemy and lower their stats while you do it. Either their speed, sync, link, or data stats. You can lower them by 2 for every time you do it. It's a pretty good ability. Over on Recover over here, Recover 1, we have it to where it can heal any 1 damage to a cyber being, tile, or structure in the area. The structures cannot be over 3 times the size of Cross. Cross has to, whenever it goes to trying to make something specifically that is broken come back, sometimes the functions won't come back, but you still can repair it. Yada, yada, yada. It's good. And the Whip Crack, which is basically, like I said last time, you're able to break objects. You do 3 times damage to objects when you hit them with this thing. Does 3 damage instead of 1 normally, which is what normal Navis would do. It can be used on walls, blocks, tiles, or other forms of junk data. It also allows you to attack from range for overcoming melee damage resistance, and adds a +1 damage dealt to all your basic attacks for that turn. But you can only use it while you have the whip program, so it's pretty okay.
Deco, quick, I do have one question.
What's that?
Can you explain it again?
So Eggy River donated $8.
He just explained it again, Will. You should be thanking him for explaining it again.
So Eggy River donates $8. Inspiration to the Jekyll and Hyde Vader. Hey Vader, you got some more inspiration over here.
What does that even mean, Jekyll and Hyde?
1, 2, 3, 4.
I think that means
Are
you talk to
you
yourself a lot.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Cool. Are you implying something? Guys.
No, he's not implying anything. Just relax.
I think we're implying I think you can hold 30-minute conversations with yourself.
Also, everybody's tokens were updated. So we have new tokens for Yome and for Bug Vader. Bug Vader's still slightly taller than most of the other ones. However, the art on their sheets will stay the same, so we can still see the original arts for the characters. So that's really cool. You can see bigger versions of the art in the Navi chat on the Discord, linked below, of course, as it always is. But without further ado, guys, do you guys remember what happened last time? I want to know. What do you think happened last time, Bug Vader?
No, I don't know.
Bug Vader.
Honestly, I'm having some trouble remembering. Do you think you could tell us?
Jake, what happened last game?
I think we were born.
That's true. I don't want to ask Squeaky because Squeaky's sick. If you're wondering why I didn't ask you, Squeaky.
Remember being born in unending darkness and almost immediately murdered by fucking Bug Vader.
Yeah, good times.
And we found out this good boy Alan completely fucking murdered his original Navi to make the 3 of us.
Listen, murder is a strong word for a
You're
program.
Right. It doesn't have a personality. It doesn't deserve to
It
live.
didn't have feelings.
But yeah, we had a grand old time adjusting to being alive and meeting our new net op. And then we all went to school, and nothing bad happened.
Mm-hmm.
We turned in the homework, and that was all that happened. Nothing else substantial happened that day. And we also made the active decision not to go into the home network because he warned that it might try to murder us.
Who and where? How? Let's go.
So
We just learned
you sure nothing happened at school?
absolutely nothing. We learned he was an upstanding student who everybody liked, and was in fact the teacher's personal favorite.
He wishes.
No, he's getting bullied into... He had to hand over a copy of homework that he worked really fucking hard on, apparently. And then through talking with the nice Navis, whose first one escapes me, I remember the second one being Chill Fox.
First one was Blitzman.
Blitzman, that's it. All I could remember was flexing.
Blitz!
And,
Man.
he was immediately enamored with both of the net Navis in front of him.
Oh. For some reason, when you say enamored, I just imagine that, like, the face that, like, is the meme face that people get when they look at dogs. Or like, oh. I can't remember. I'll find it after the game.
Alright, I agree with this, though. I'll agree unconditionally.
All right. Is that everything that happened?
We turned in the homework because he gave us back a copy, seeing how he was being given fucking shitty-ass homework.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were both called into the hallway because, you know, it's fucking school and they both have the exact same homework.
Oh, what happened?
They
Well,
got
Steve-
along, and we saved Nebraska.
He's a very upstanding student who everybody loves and adores, so obviously Donovan's the fucking asshole here. No, he was blamed. We wouldn't have dramatic tension here if he was the one who was the upstanding student.
Also, god damn it, Ronan. Ronan lost. Just donate $60. That boy is way too stressed. We need to get him laid. Super Smash Dice for Alan.
Oh, hell yeah, boy!
I'm not even sure what that would even do in this situation, but I'll give it to him.
I was gonna say, why?
Hey,
Okay.
let's get a roll call.
It'll do just that. It'll help him get laid.
Sure. We'll see. He's now a Super Smash Brother. That's all that matters.
Yahoo!
He's been invited to Smash.
Ah, finally, an update. Does that mean...
No. Go home.
Go home.
Everybody was just happy to see him alongside Joker and Smash and Mega Man. He never thought he'd actually see Mega Man.
Oh my god, Setzer. We haven't even started yet! Setzer Iceheart, $180. So 3 fate cards, 1 for each player.
Yeah!
Alright!
Begin!
It begins.
Is it time for us to use them right away?
You do what you want to do. Oh.
That's my life goals.
So that's 1, 2, 3. There you guys
I'd
go.
like to use this right away.
The game hasn't started. You can't use it right away.
I'm actually gonna wait for a moment to use mine.
For a moment.
For the right moment.
I'm gonna pretend that I forget mine because, you know, I have a bad memory. And then
I will say, nobody knows what the Mega Man Fate cards will do. I have mentioned before that these can be a little bit more risky. Because these, you guys dying immediately doesn't really have a lot of effect on the way things are. However, I will say that you guys don't have backup data yet. So be careful. You'll get it probably as soon as you guys connect to the home network. But be careful.
Tika, I'm gonna warn you right now. Right now,
I'm gonna go.
Is
You know
there
what?
A card in the, is
You
there
know
a card
what?
in there that literally means we're dead?
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and make sure you guys already have your backup data.
That's very nice of you.
I'm gonna go ahead and do this since I didn't expect you guys to have cards yet. So, these are the 1-up tokens, that you know, people who play Mega Man, you guys understand. These are gonna be shown as the, backup data. So this one is the Yome backup.
Joker, look. We have
This one is the Bug Vader backup. And this one is the Cross backup. Because I'm scared now. And I want you guys to not instantly die.
don't worry. I'm gonna wait.
So Arad also gives $2. Oh yeah, I forgot about the murder Navi. To our murderer friend. Apparently, may he smash all the boys and girls. To the murderer friend? What? Who's the murderer Navi?
I think they mean Sparrow Man.
Maybe Sparrow Man. It's up to you, Arad. Let me know who you're talking about. But
It might be Bug.
so, starting things off, you guys are still in the hallway with Alan. As you guys are there in the PET, you guys know that both the teacher and the great Donovan have went back into the classroom. However, Alan's still standing there. What do you guys want to do?
Didn't I pick a fight already?
Yeah, you did. You weren't in the PET whenever this happened, so you're off in the net right now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, was there something wrong with the homework? Trying to address Alan.
Mm-hmm. Why don't both of you give me a scan roll?
Okay, wait, my table's right here. A scan roll.
Man, the sushi flavors are getting weird.
Scan
On
is...
that 20.
I'm gonna roll just a straight d20.
Okay.
Third, 12 plus 3 is 15.
Okay, so you both will get this. Cross and Yome, you guys look out from the little section you guys have to see Alan. Luckily, he's holding the PET at an angle to where you guys can see his face. He looks very much distraught. He doesn't immediately answer cross. Again, the last words that were said was that the teacher was very disappointed in him.
Alan?
As he's standing there, he's kind of like looking off. You see that he kind of has like a worried expression on his face, but you also like notice that the camera that leads off to him is shaking very slightly, so he also appears to be slightly shaking.
Alan?
Yeah. He fumbles with the PET and like brings it back up to him. Then he kind of lowers it so you guys can't see his face. You guys can see him, but you can't see him. Yeah, sorry guys. I guess I messed up.
But you didn't. You didn't do anything wrong. You did the homework. You didn't copy off of anyone.
I mean, I didn't let you guys... hold on. He seems to start moving. However, you guys notice he's not moving toward the class.
The class is the other way, Alan.
Do you need to go to the nurse's office? Is something wrong? I can tell you're shaking.
You guys don't really get him to respond immediately. You guys hear him pattering down the hall. He seems to open up a door and then go inside of it. From what you guys can see, he appears to be in a restroom.
Joker, look, we have more money.
As he gets in the restroom, he seems to look around the restroom a little while and then just kind of like make his way over toward the mirror and sit the PET down. It's at this point you guys can see the mirror and you guys can actually see the PET model in front of you. However, neither of you notice any big differences or anything with it. I'm just gonna remind you of that for the future.
Mm-hmm.
He seems to stop and just kind of like sit there like, I'm sorry guys, It's around this time, Bug Vader, you also notice that the signal from the PET in the school seems to have moved a location drastically.
He starts to inspect it.
You want to make your way toward the PET signal, or do you want to stay around here with the various med tools and programs and stuff that are here?
Keep yourselves disciplined. I'll be right back. Any funny business, you know what's going to happen.
All right, you still have the lunch data from before, correct?
Lunch.
Or did you not pick that up? I can't remember if you picked that up or not. This is the data that shows like what's gonna be having for lunch today.
Yeah, he does have it because he got it from the little.
Okay, making sure.
Today's spaghetti.
Okay, so you're gonna be making your way back toward the PET. Go ahead and roll me for your speed,
All right, sped.
which is one of your good stats.
Well, baby, I've been here before. You opted for the pterosaur. 16.
Okay, you're gonna easily make it back to the area. Before we go into the bathroom, first off, Arad gave another $2. I didn't actually see what Arad had said to put it to, so.
The $20 was to the. Wait, no.
The $2.
Oh, I don't know about the $2. I know
Okay.
the $20 is to the party.
Arad, let me know what that first $2 was for. However, the second thing Arad did was Blue. I feel like you underestimated us. Someone with money should donate hundreds of dollars to break your game. Also to Alan, my dude. The other was to Alan. Okay, so they're both to Alan. Okay. Apparently Alan's a murderer. Other than that, there was $20 from Can't Believe It's Not a Bot saying to the party. So that's going to be separated among the party. And then Eclipse KT gives $180.
Lord.
I believe becoming the new stream boss. So all hail the stream boss, may forever he reign. Says, let's make Stressed Boy even stronger.
We will make him stronger.
I will warn that again when it comes to Alan. I did say that his upgrades are going to be a lot different than how I've been doing prestiges in the past. His first two that he got the other game are not even going to be coming into play quite yet. However, I will bring that up to a +5.
I was also gonna say, because I think the chat was also talking about, like, we need to help him de-stress. That's our job. Not to dissuade anyone from donating or anything. We affect that, not the money.
All right, but I'm not.
Hey
doing
man, that Super
striptease.
Smash dice might help. I'm kidding.
I'm not doing a striptease for him. Maybe it's work, but not striptease.
Maybe a twerk. All right, so if we did split that 20 among everybody, that's gonna mean 3 for everybody, and then 1 left over. So we'll decide who gets that last one in just a moment. I'll probably give it to the one who has the least amount, which at this point might be Cross, if that's fine with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just fun, it's fat.
All right, so Cross will give you 1 extra one from that $20. There you go. You with that 16, you definitely can make it back in time to see everything. As you follow the PET signal through the net, you actually find yourself into the central net of the school. Let me grab that for you.
Okay.
Beep.
Okay.
Beep.
Do.
At this point, you had came out from the top little section of this. You got a 16, so I'm gonna say that you basically moved rather quickly throughout this area. So you came down here. You're noticing that there's some viruses here, but again, mostly the helpful metools. So boop 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 boop. Boop, boop. They all seem to be surrounding a central area that seems to be a broken piece of the net.
That's not good.
However, you can tell that part of the net seems to be being worked on by the metools. Yeah, they had their little pickaxes out at the ready, and they're like seemingly repairing the area.
He's going to inspect to see if he can find the causation.
You can easily do so. So you make your way over to it. Go ahead and give me a either scan or data roll.
Let's go for
It's very easy to do so.
Data.
It's all on fire.
Where's your D20 at?
It's over there, and I landed on it too.
Oh, you put it on the thing. It's easy enough, however, you feel it will take you a little bit to do. Do you want to stay here and do this really quick, or do you want to make your way to the PET that's moving?
I feel making sure these met tools get this done is far more important right now.
Okay, so you're not gonna.
The met tools know what will happen if I turn my back and they're like, "Oh, look at us, we're being bad." They know what will happen.
All right, so you're gonna not be able to catch up to Alan and Yome and Cross for now, but you trust that Yome and Cross can handle whatever situation's going on there. You look into here,
and they'll tell me if the met tools are like, "Oh, look at me, I'm a bad guy now." Ah!
It takes you a little bit. However, you notice that the damage in this area seems to have been here for quite a while. This area seems to have had the damage here for a couple of years.
Years.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't seem to be anything active or anything strange at the moment. However, you do notice that this area seems to have a very locked away connection to a different part of the net. It's been here for a couple of years. These met tools have basically been here doing their job for quite a while. You go to the nearest met tool and you note that this one has been here for about a year, doing this one little section of area that you see it's done. The data seems to be, for some reason, very hard to redo. It's very hard to repair.
Very interesting.
Upon looking through this, you notice that there is a warning posted off to the side of the area. a warning to to navies in the area, to student navies.
All right. Do.
You make your way over to it, and the warning that's around the big hole seems to show that there appears to be a chance every now and then that a Metul will change color. Once a Metul seems to change color, the Metul seems to become hostile. However, the school defense program should be able to take care of it if it ever does happen. Just the warning says.
Where was this color coding back in the day? That would have been so much easier than talking to them.
The warning seems to show that the Metul will get very much stronger, and that you shouldn't engage with it. And if you have to engage with it, then you need to make sure that that it doesn't get into any other part of the school. It's probably one of the reasons why net battling is prohibited here.
Can you repeat that? Sorry, something happened at the side.
You see that the thing says if you ever see a Metul changing color, it will become hostile. It will become much stronger, and that you're not to engage with it. But if you ever have to engage with it, to try to find someone who can help out with it, or to try to do it quickly. Because the net seems so unstable around this area, you feel like this is the reason why net battles aren't allowed at school.
Mm. Guess we'll have to put our fight somewhere else, huh? Well, we could. Or maybe we could use this as an advantage. Come on, it's a duel. I know. That'd be funny. But it's a duel.
This little Metul over here is like just slacking off, man. He only has one square done.
He notices this. Goes to him. You there!
The little Metul is striking down onto the ground. It turns around towards you. It looks at you.
Don't you see your brethren? And you insist on going at that speed? Don't look at me with those eyes. You should be looking at me with determination, not defeat. Oh, now. See, do the motion I'm doing. You put your body into it and like that. Come on, do that.
Leave him alone. No, get back here. Roll me for your link.
Okay.
Since you do have basic virus control. 7 plus your 4. That's fine. It looks to you just like the Metul from before. It seems to kind of link up with you like the other one from the other area did. And it looks back. It seems to have a determined look on its face, and it turns back and starts really going at it.
Give us a smile. My job here is done. You do the rest, student. Walks away.
I'll leave the rest up to you, fucking guys.
I would like you to remember now that you have 2 Metuls linked to you right now.
All right.
Okay. While you're doing that, while you're showing that Metul who's boss, you guys back in the fucking cookie. You guys back in the bathroom area. He seems to have calmed down considerably since he's entered here. Sorry, I messed up. I didn't tell you guys everything.
Will you tell us now?
You were supposed to hand that homework over to Blitzman and,
We did. Blitzman handed us a copy back.
Why did, he puts a hand over his head like, Donovan doesn't like doing homework, so he has me do it.
Until you said that, I was going to reply with, that sounds like a him problem. So then, do you do it because you want to? Because I don't believe that for a second.
It helps if I do it.
I find I disagree that it helps, because you still have those bruises.
My last Navi, he didn't have your guys' ability. He wasn't able to really think or do anything much on his own. So sometimes he would listen to what I said, and sometimes he wouldn't. So sometimes the data would get lost or become unable to be used. And that's mostly Blitzman and Donovan doing that, I guess. But if that ever happened, then they would get mad, and them and some other guys we would have fights.
But why you?
Donovan's smart. He doesn't need to have me do this. I mean, I'm sure he doesn't. And he's smart enough to change them whenever he gives it back so that we don't get what happened today happen. The reason I do more usually with my homework is because whenever it's cut in half, I can still pass if I do the extra credit stuff.
Cut in half?
He usually just makes half the questions wrong on the paper. So if I can do the extra credit, then I won't only get a failing grade, I can still get a passing grade. But because I do the extra credit, if those are left on there, it's kind of easy for Miss Toki to... Whenever he says Miss Toki, he kind of like looks away a bit. It's easy for her to notice when things are weird.
How long has this been going on?
A while.
How long is a while?
I don't know. Probably a year or so now. I think he started having me do it last year. I think time flies by really quick. I don't pay a lot of attention. There's not really a lot of things that are different that really makes me pay attention.
So that's why she thought you were the one cheating.
Miss Toki, she's yeah, she probably... That's probably my fault, though. I don't pay attention a lot in class like you saw. I don't know, it's just it's really... I get really distracted, and if I would actually pay attention and do my work like you told me to... He again mentions, like, earlier whenever you guys saw his mind wandering and he was looking out the window and stuff. If I would actually do the work, then she might not think I'm a cheater.
Well, first off, what is it that distracts you so much?
Anything. I mean, the outside, the clock, Miss Toki, Donovan. Sometimes...
A teacher should not be a distraction. If a teacher is a distraction, then they are not a good teacher. If possible, you might need a new teacher.
Both of you roll scan.
Okay. Fucking, I smell some shit. I'm made for these things.
7.
You into your teacher, boy?
It's 18 again.
Are you putting anything into it, Squeaky?
I put an inspiration. 15 with that 18. 19.
So both of you, as soon as you bring up that a teacher shouldn't be a distraction, you see his face light up red.
Are you
I
running
mean,
a fever? You look alarmingly red.
I think it is more than a fever if my programming and my original purpose
you
tells
don't
me
you
otherwise.
don't have to think too much into this, all right? She's not a distraction. She's
You just said she was.
I also said that Donovan was a distraction.
Okay, then. Does
So
Donovan
swing
arouse
both
you?
ways.
No, what? What? No! It's about
You're
this
not-
time that, like, a door opens behind him, a person just comes out of the thing, like, looks over at him, like, the fuck, dude, and walks off. I'm kidding.
What the fuck's wrong? Why are you talking to your Navi like that? Still thinking he only has the normal Navi.
I'm playing. That doesn't happen, but still. Miss Toki, she's,
Alan, remember what I told you what my original purpose was? To be a companion? There are some characters, whether they have a good rarity or not, that supplemented a teacher fetish.
Oh, I'm learning something new today.
As well, you are a growing boy, and it is very common for...
no, I don't have a teacher fetish. Another person comes out. I'm kidding. That's not,
Then it is simple. You have a crush on your teacher.
He is at
Or-
that time in his life.
Or his teacher simply arouses him. He is a growing boy. I do not see why that is something to be embarrassed about. You probably are not the only one.
listen, you can't say those things, okay? To anybody.
Well, you also can't admit those things. Well, actually, you can. Your teacher cannot. It is one thing for a student to be aroused by his
Listen,
teacher,
all right,
and
before
a
anybody
completely
comes
other
in.
thing for a teacher to be aroused by their student. That is a taboo.
Listen, okay. Whether I do or don't, you can't say those things here or at home, okay?
Okay. Why?
Because,
Does this include?
what'd you say?
Does this include me?
Yes, both of you.
Okay.
Because,
Take your time.
Dad might
there
hear, all right?
Your father?
Yeah, I've known Miss Toki for before she became my teacher. She lives really close by. So don't say those wild and crazy accusations that are totally not true again, okay?
I see now. Is this what they would call a shoujo romantic subplot?
What does that mean?
I don't entirely know, but this sounds like one.
No, she used to babysit, all right? A long time ago.
Oh, it's a babysitter fetish.
Oh, it
Shut up,
definitely
Bug
is.
Vader! I'm kidding.
Oh, this is totally a shoujo romantic subplot.
Okay, never mind. Shonen. We won't say anything. At least not in the presence of your father, or your teacher, or any of your classmates. Or anyone except for you, for that matter. Unless you want me to otherwise.
Just... I'm gonna have him roll really quick. Let's roll the smash dice now. I'll roll Bug Vader since it's right here. He seems to start breathing a bit and try to get his control, cause he rolled control. And he seems to look toward the screen. It's I don't have a crush on her. She's just a friend, and I... It makes me really upset whenever she said she was disappointed, because I shouldn't have made her feel that way.
I don't understand then.
But you didn't.
I did, because I'm the one that's still doing this, and if I would have told you guys from the beginning, maybe it wouldn't have happened, or if I didn't make that deal with Donovan, it wouldn't have happened, or a lot of things wouldn't have happened. So, it is my fault. I'm sorry.
But it isn't your fault. In all technical speaking, he handed back a copy of the original and I believe a gesture to be nice. But I believe Donovan's Navi is not the most intelligent.
Probably not. If anything, he should have discarded the original. Or not done his gesture in the first place.
I'll have to talk to Donovan about things. And I'll put it off. I won't do it anymore. I won't do his homework anymore. I don't want to
Maybe.
make her mad or upset anymore.
And what if Donovan retaliates?
It'd be better.
Okay. I will see to my abilities to see if I can do something about it as well.
It is your decision, but if we can help in any way, please do let us know.
Mm-hmm.
If Blitzman talks to you guys, just tell him to tell Donovan that I want to talk to him at lunch, all right?
Of course.
We should probably get back. I'm missing a lot of stuff, and she's probably going to be mad.
You can simply say you had a very nervous bowel movement.
I don't want to tell her that.
You could also say you were feeling faint.
Mm-hmm. Or you had to vomit.
I'll leave it as vague as I can. He seems to pick up the PET, and as he does, he starts to he starts to leave. And as he does, he just looks down to you guys. He gives a little bit of a smile, but a bit of a nervous smile. He's just like, again, sorry. I should have told you guys more last night.
No, in part it is also my mistake. I'll try to be more mindful in the future. As this has clearly caused you some level of distress.
Mm-hmm. And I will find better ways to be of a source of comfort.
As he begins to make his way out.
As he begins to make his way out.
Voop. Oh my god, Jake. Hold on, Bug Vader. Hold on, Bug Vader. I was gonna have you show up, but we gotta do this. Oh god. Okay, so you may have noticed I gave you guys more dice. So grab that D12. There are 15 different fate cards or cards of destiny in the Megaman game. I chose 12 at random, and I put them all in each of your things, and the other 3 will show up whenever you guys use more of them, and blah, 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 blah. That actually does mean that each of you guys have different tables, and some of you guys have certain fate cards available immediately, and some of you guys don't. So all of them are new because nobody's seen the ones that are going to happen here in the Mega Man game. However, a lot of them are very similar to the ones that happen in the actual Fairy Tail and Pokemon and all those other ones. So with that being said, Jake, go ahead and roll me a D12 while I get your sheet up.
Come on, implosion. One.
Do-do-do. And again, like the number you roll is no like correlation on how good or bad they are.
Yes.
Just making sure people in the chat know. Cross number 1.
Implosion. Implosion.
Jake, I actually hate you. It's not implosion. It's not an implosion 1. However, so you know the card that I really want to get during your game?
The one I got?
Shut the fuck up, Will.
What could we even use that on?
Jake, you have gained a card that I affectionately refer to as Roll Heart.
Yeah.
Roll Heart is an interesting card. It is something that you keep, so let me go ahead and give this back to you. Wherever I put it. There it is. Gonna go ahead and give this back to you. I'm gonna give it a new thing, kind of like how I do in Fairy Tail, and I'm gonna give them like different little things beside of them, so we know what they're doing. We'll just call it Roll Heart. And what it does is it does not have to be used for something romantic or anything like that. You guys technically are AI. You guys are almost indistinguishable from human life. So if you wanted to use them to try to get somebody to be romantic or whatever, you can. However, this is mostly going to be used for if you want to make somebody kind of agree with you in a way. Or will give you like an automatic success or critical success actually on charm rolls. So what you can use this for is whenever you're rolling charm, instead of saying you roll charm, you say I want to use this critical success, which basically means you roll 20 and you get a 20. Or you can use this as if you're like talking to, let's say, Chill Fox or Blitzman or something like that, and you think that they are starting to think of you a certain way, you can try to use this to impose a different way of them thinking of you. So like, you can be like, Blitzman looks at you, he's like, I fucking hate you, because you did that thing. And you could be like, can he like not be as aggressive with me? Because he thinks I'm hot? You know, kind of thing like that. So those are the 2 uses of Roll Heart.
Now I can make myself Alan's favorite.
It doesn't work on certain people.
Damn.
Like it won't work on like Darkloids, which are, you know, villains, actual villains. Unless they're a certain type of, you know, thing, unless they have a certain type of autonomy to them. And it will not work on human characters.
Damn it, I feel cheated.
It's to basically stop you from, like, going into Donovan's PET and being like, hey, buddy, how you doing?
I must know who that strange Navi was. That mysterious bird of the night. Blitzman, find her for me.
I actually hate you for getting that as your first one.
Hey, it was my first one too, man.
I hate you even more.
Everyone has their first.
But yes, around that time when you get that, again, in the meta, you don't think anything's happened.
Yes.
About that time, Bug Vader makes his way in, because Bug Vader, you just got done teaching that Metul, and you ran off toward the signal of your PET. You get inside of the PET, and you see that Cross and Yome are there. You look at the little window, you see that Alan is walking down the hall. What would you like to do being in here? Guys, Bug Vader has shown up.
Some of the med tools, Jesus.
And what have you been doing?
I've been making sure everything is safe and sound.
Well,
Totally very hard work.
wouldn't a school network already be safe?
Well, now it's more safe, duh.
It does depend on the school's funding.
Like, just because there's a security camera doesn't mean you don't need security. Come on.
You guys also notice that Bug Vader is carrying a thing of data.
And what is that?
Let me show you.
Boop.
I show them.
He brings out the lunch data, which basically just shows the schedule for lunch, showing that today is spaghetti, You can get spaghetti, triangle pizza, or salad.
Oh, we should tell Alan to get a salad.
Do you really think a salad would be good? He's rather skinny. I feel like he needs more carbs. I suggest spaghetti.
I agree.
I thought you were gonna say triangle pizza, and then we were gonna have to fight over it. And that's how we all die.
As these food options are brought up, Cross, go ahead and give me not intelligence, give me a data roll to see if your latent programming can give you any information.
Data 13.
You feel like each of these foods are very good for different situations. You know that spaghetti again is very good carbs, very good for the physical body. You know that salad is very good for keeping someone healthy, giving them enough greenery to keep their mind very much going. You also know that the triangle pizza is very much comfort food, something that is very good for potentially making people de-stress.
Cafeteria pizza though? Ugh.
It's not the square like cardboard ones. It's like actual like triangle pizza with actual crust and shit like that.
I'm pretty sure we had this conversation. What if they just took square pizza and cut it in half?
No,
Listen, this has actual fucking cheese in the crust. Fuck off.
Listen,
My fucking school had great triangle pizza. You guys are fucking weird.
like, here's the thing.
I didn't eat school lunch in high school.
No,
I was poor.
I'm not ignoring
I
you putting
didn't
shade
eat
on my
lunch.
square pizza.
The reason I ate school lunch was because I was poor.
Yeah, well, my parents made just enough that I didn't qualify.
Well, there you go.
We were still broke.
I was broke and I was able to be broke enough for that food.
Exactly.
Sorry, I had.
That is better.
Squeaky, why weren't you more poor?
Yeah, God forbid my parents bust their asses to support our family.
Well,
They just
excuse me, princess.
They were just doing too good of a fucking job.
Look, Squeaky, they don't understand. They have their pinky up. Deco is eating yogurt. Jake with his
God
big
damn
stick.
it.
Snake Slash also brings a good thing. Circle pizza is best pizza. The circular in my school we had the circular ones, and that was considered the good.
What is circular pizza?
It's like a mini personal pizza.
Oh, you guys had like the little personal pizzas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Oh.
personal pizza. I'll put up there. Square pizza's the best though, especially with the oregano. and
Square
all that.
pizza is stupid.
You know what's stupid? That attitude. Thin crust square pizza is amazing.
Honestly, when my mom used to bring home a bunch of pizza from when she used to work at a school, I would just like pop it in the oven with some like extra cheese and parm, and it was lit, dude.
How come you guys got fucking personal pizzas? What's wrong with you?
Because went to a good school, just not one that wanted to feed me.
Anyway, you know basically from that thing right there, Cross, that one is potentially good for keeping up his health, as far as like his mind, as far as like his like diligence through stuff like that. One is good for his body, definitely giving more carbs, giving him more of a thickness to him, and the other one as a comfort food that's good to kind of just have him eat and kind of chill out and de-stress.
So, actually, in light of the stressful situation looking at Yome because Bug Vader wasn't there for it, maybe pizza would be preferable for his mood. So long as we don't let him have it too
Stressful
often.
situation. Did he get hacked?
They also say that pizza contains all 5 food groups.
Perfect.
The food groups
Pizza
of
it is.
cheese.
Cheese, meat, vegetables, bread. The only thing
Bug
it doesn't have
Vader-
is fruit, but you can put fruit on it.
Bug Vader asked about the stressful situation.
No, he cannot be hacked. But there was a complication with the homework.
Mm-hmm.
Complication. Donovan.
Oh,
Yes.
so you figured it out already.
Donovan. Figured it out. No, I was just a fucking call to the wind. What happened? I'm kidding.
I just took a shot in
didn't
the dark.
figure it out. When you work with the worst of the worst, you get a feeling.
God damn it.
Either way, it seems like our user has gotten in trouble over it. We should ensure that it doesn't happen again, even if he has given
Don't
us our
worry.
word.
I'm going to cripple his forces.
What?
And they're not dumb bands, they are wires. Fuck you, Titan.
What?
Anyway.
Oh,
Unknown
is those
comment.
silly bands? Is it those silly bands that when you take them off, they look like animals?
No, they're wires.
I only ever had 2.
Anyway, what was I doing? What was I saying?
You talking about how you're crippling his forces?
Oh yes, Blitzman is on my to-do list.
You're
You don't
going to
follow
fight
what
him?
that means.
Pardon?
You're going to fight him?
Yes. I'm going to cripple his forces, and then I'll make him pay.
Why?
You can't
This man
fight in
tried to do
school.
something nice earlier.
It's unfortunate, I know, but in the battlefield, you have to understand, he may be a friend personally, but right
Friend
now,
is a strong word.
he is a soldier of Donovan. So what we need to do is make sure this battle goes according to plan. With Blitzman out of the way, it'll be easy for us to get the homework from him. We'll say that. What do you mean we'll say that?
There is one flaw in your plan.
Hmm?
Alan has already said he will no longer be giving his homework to Blitzman.
Oh, then we'll just give him a virus. What?
Why does he keep talking to himself?
I don't know.
Don't you guys have a secondary voice in your programming?
No.
No.
TTS, text to speech?
No.
No.
I think the one with the virus is you.
Dun dun dun.
No, that can't be. I'm antivirus.
Then why does it seem you have another entity within you? Is that not like a virus within a program?
I mean, it could be. No, it couldn't be. Listen, I know what you're trying to do with your little mind games, but you need to understand I was made this way.
Can we hear when he goes into this mode?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I've been here since the beginning, so don't you dare imply I'm a virus.
You wanted credit card information from me.
That does seem rather malignant.
Very.
I didn't say I wasn't sleazy. I just said I'm not a virus.
Okay, you're scamware.
There we go. No, we're not scamware.
Then, Bug Vader, I think your ghost data was infected with scamware, which is still a virus.
How dare you?
It's around this time that you guys hear a door opening from outside of the window. You see Alan make his way back into the class. All talking seems to hush as he does, and he goes and sits into his desk. You guys feel the connection again, once again to the classroom network.
We'll discuss this later, but you're questioning my entire existence, and it's making me uncomfortable.
My apologies.
Oh, in that case, never mind. That was all I wanted.
God dang it!
Sometimes I don't feel, what is that word again? Safe.
Are you guys okay?
I
I have you guys muted whenever I move through the halls.
We're fine. Bug Vader is back.
Oh, hey, Bug Vader. I
Hello.
gotta be quiet. Class is still going on.
All right.
Lunch is soon though, so maybe we can talk then.
We recommend the pizza.
As you say that, a small menu appears on the screen of the PET. You guys see it from the window as he goes, "Oh,
Should we roll for luck to see if opening the file doesn't make a loud noise like pizza pasta?
This is
it's a school program, so it does not. However, you guys know that it does have choices show up. It seems that he has to click on one of the choices, and they will know how much to prepare for the things. He's like, right, I forgot about lunch. He touches the PET. As you see, he touches the PET. It doesn't seem to do anything. As he goes, oh, right. As he seems to use a device on the thing to kind of manually go over to it. You notice that he seems to have forgotten that his PET doesn't have touchpad capabilities.
That's impressive to forget.
Oh.
Some of the other things he has at home has touchpad. But he moves over. He chooses. He goes to kind of hover over the spaghetti as he looks to you like, pizza. You said.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's a nice kind.
Sure.
I mean, I personally like spaghetti more, but that's just me.
This has
What
all
asked you,
5
Bug Vader? Shut the hell up.
This has all 5 fucking food groups, Bug Vader.
Sure.
Can you
I'll.
put fruit in pasta?
Sure. I guess something new would be fine. As he goes over the pizza and he presses enter. Upon doing that, the lunch data floats into the air and shoots away.
Goodbye.
Bye.
And the pizza time song goes on. You're right. I'm kidding.
Krusty Krab pizza is a pizza.
Pizza power.
You and me.
Knew he hasn't had the pizza before. He actually usually eats salad. Can't believe it's not bought.
He's such a good boy.
He usually has the salad. He's like, yeah, I guess I can have pizza for once.
Or if you want realistic with his physique, having soup all the time.
Well, it's also
Your school had soup?
the salad and the
I said
spaghetti.
his physique, and I was throwing shade at you, bitch.
The spaghetti and the pizza aren't always available for things. So there's sometimes other options available, but you usually goes for salad.
Are you telling me he's a
ask. I forgot to ask. Is this like Japanese ink pizza? I mean, not pizza. Blah.
pasta?
Yes.
You know how expensive that is to just give to fucking teenagers in a public school?
I mean, he's in a private school, but
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, that's
In a
still too
public
expensive.
private school.
That's still way too expensive. Yeah, have
Why
you seen
does
his...
Bug Vader look like a stand? Cause I'm an enemy stand, bitch.
What did
I'm a
you
virus,
say, Jake?
But not virus.
What was that?
You said something whenever I said he was at a private school.
Oh, I said a public private school.
No, he's but yeah, his those two options usually change out. So he does eat other things, but he normally doesn't eat the pizza. With that being said, you guys see him as he just kind of like nods down to you guys. You see that he mutes the screen so that he doesn't get in trouble, and he begins to look forward. However, as he is looking forward, you do see that he seems to be kind of eyeing the book that he has beside of him, the one about home networks he was reading at before. But because of what happened, he is definitely paying more attention in the second half of this period. So he doesn't seem to really need like any more prodding to pay attention right now.
Sweet.
Good. We can put away the castration materials.
At this point, you guys are connected to the classroom. You also connected to the greater networks. Do you guys want to wait out the remainder of this class until lunchtime, or do you guys want to attempt to go to a certain area of this? Bug Vader, you can also spend this time letting them know about the giant fucking hole in the network in the school data, or in the school network.
Oh, by the way, there's something I should inform you.
What's that?
First of all, there's a hole that is still being worked on. I would watch your step. Apparently it's been there for quite a while. The med tools that are repairing it right now have been at it for about a year or so.
Wow.
But while I was there, apparently color-changing med tools have been said to roam about, which shows their hostility. Would have been really useful back in the day. However, I'm going to let that slide for now, because that means
I'm
you
detecting resentment.
Oh, who got your scanning materials, huh? You think you're better than me?
Yes.
I'm kidding. Oh, look at you. It seems you could scan better than me.
Can
Sorry,
I
I
haven't
don't-
actually compared specs.
Sorry, I don't know where that came from. But yes, I am salty.
Salty? Who salted you? I don't think me as data can be salted.
Phantom, make a note, saltman.exe. Anyway, continue.
I also don't think that we can even consume salt.
You see, it was a long time ago. There was a med tool that disguised itself as a recipe. I remember it specifically. The salt was in my eyes. I thought it was just a basic recipe. If it changed colors, then perhaps it wouldn't have infected with chain emails.
So then you admit you are infected.
No, not me.
Oh.
Once I figured out what was going on, it was a long-ass battle, but I got it done.
You did very good then. I'm proud of you.
Mm-hmm.
But it took way too long. I should have been able to figure out by then that that med tool was a virus and not just a friendly face.
Many other bugvader.exes were destroyed in the battle. I'm kidding.
No one necessarily got destroyed, but it was inconvenient. They had to call tech support. Every time they call tech support, I feel like I failed.
It can't be helped.
Didn't you ask us to call tech support earlier?
Times change.
All right, I'm leaving now. You did that to me. You do that to me.
Times change.
Recalling my darkest memory. You bastard.
I am not the virus-destroying program I was in the past. I might not be able to do as much as I did before. Look at me. I'm a mess. I don't even know my own identity anymore.
I think given the circumstances, most of us are currently suboptimal. But thank you very much for the warning about the damaged area.
It could potentially be a topic that you guys might want to ask the other Navis or Alan about later. At this point, however, you guys know that since there is no longer a test going on, you guys can move around however you guys want. There's only a couple of minutes left until class is over and lunch has started. You guys can tell, but you guys have the floor to do whatever you guys wish.
I'm gonna go find Blitzman so that they can have their talk at lunch, or at least he can. I have conveyed the message. My job there is done.
You want to try to go into the network and find into the classroom network?
Yes.
Cross seems to want to go find Blitzman. What do the two of you want to do?
I think I'll take a nap. No, I will not do that. There's still much work to do.
I think I will accompany Cross. I mean, it's either that or I talk to one of those other mooks.
What about
Actually,
you,
that
Bugvader?
sounds like a great idea. I'm gonna go talk to Beastman.
What about you, Bugvader?
Just go chat up all the normal Navis.
Now chat up these fucks over there. We should split up. You talk to those fucks, I'll talk to these fucks.
He's going to train for his big battle since he feels a bit rusty.
Okay, so you'll be heading off into the school network again.
Yes.
Okay, you make your way over there. Cross and Yome will be going into the classroom network. Cross and Yome.
Whee!
You guys make yourselves come into the class network. You guys notice that people aren't on the main saucer of this place anymore. This seems to be the area people usually stay on during the beginning of class. You notice that they have kind of shifted off to their own like little hangout positions. There are 3 other areas here. The only one on the current thing with you seems to be the teacher, or the teacher's Navi. She seems to be going through more data and stuff like that. However, when you guys show up, she seems to wave at you.
Waves back.
She seems to go about sorting through her various datas beside of her.
I'll go over to. Wait, actually, is Blitzman visible?
Blitzman is over here.
Okay, then I don't need to ask her for directions, so I'm just gonna start making my way over to him.
Cross, as you make your way to the side here, you feel as soon as you get off to the side,
Whee!
you are in the other section. Yome, do you want to do the same?
Yep.
Heading over here toward Beastman.
Yeah.
The fuck is his outfit?
So Cross, you make your way over toward this section where there is a grouping of people. You notice that that a lot of the Navis over here seem to have been the ones that were hanging out together in the very beginning of class. You notice that this is where the two female normal Navis are, as well as Chill Fox, another normal Nav, and Blitzman. What would you like to do?
I'll give the others just like wave of regard, like yes, I acknowledge your presence, and then I'll go over to Blitzman. I'm here on a mission.
Okay, let's have them grouping up a little bit over through here as you go over toward Blitzman, because Blitzman hangs out with them, but like you saw earlier, whenever he was moving about, like in the other area, people were getting out of his like, oh god, Blitzman. As you make your as you make your way over to Blitzman, he seems to like look over to you. If it isn't you, Cross, right?
Yes, thank you for remembering my name.
Of course. And I'm Blitzman, in case you need reminding.
I do not. You left quite an impression.
I did. He looks up. He brings his hand up. He brings his like little blaster cannon up to his chin, like yeah.
Yes. While I'm very grateful for your gesture earlier, it led to some unfortunate complications with Alan and his homework.
Oh yes, I do know this. Donovan was talking to me about what happened. He seemed to have been rather you with me.
I don't get it.
Cross. Get oh yeah, okay.
I'm blinking from over here.
Oh, it was a joke.
He's just like
I
tough
will
crowd.
pity laugh him.
But yes, I have been told not to mess with things any longer.
Yes, but on the subject of Donovan, Alan would like to talk to him at lunch, if at all possible.
Alan would like to speak with the great Donovan.
Yes.
That's not usually great. Are you sure?
This was his decision.
Oh, I mean, I can definitely pass along the message.
I was also wondering, when the complication happened, did you clarify what happened with him?
Oh, the the whole homework thing?
Yes.
I did not. I just said that I must have copied it wrong.
All right. That's good enough. Thank you very much. I just did not want him to think Alan did this on purpose.
I let him know that I must have copied the homework and forgot to delete.
Thank you very much. That was very kind of you.
I feel like I would have gotten in even more trouble if I would have said what I actually did.
Of course, and that would have been most unfortunate. I would not want to cause unnecessary tension between you and your operator.
The great Donovan would never be too mad at me. I'm perfect!
You are quite something.
Yeah!
There is that silence. You are definitely something.
He flexes.
if I could ask a favor of you.
And what would that be?
It's not something that needs to be, need to be done exactly, but, I'm hoping to help improve my operator's health, mentally and physically, and improving his relationships with Donovan may help with that.
I don't know.
If you could, give me the information that you can when I need it, or perhaps do small things for me, so long as they do not stress your relationship with your operator, I would be incredibly grateful.
I don't have a fantastic memory, but if you'd like to ask me anything, I'm here whenever you need.
All right. Thank you very much.
I hope I don't have to beat you up later.
I hope so too. Like, looks at herself, looks at him.
What do you want to do from there, Cross?
We spoke to Chill Fox earlier. He's gonna pass the message along. I'll go back to the platform and wait for the others. Or until class ends.
Yome,
Yeah.
you make your way over toward this program or this platform with all of these other Navis. They seem to be kind of doing their own thing. You know that the only girl here is the one that's like over here. She seems to be chatting off with a couple of Navis. Beastman and this other Navi seem to be off doing their own thing. However, you see that they are very close to their screens that have their operators on them. However, they're just doing their thing.
Trying to assess who she wants to go for first.
You know that there is only a limited time until lunch happens, so you might only have the chance to talk to one of them.
Yeah. See, this one, she seems occupied, so it wouldn't probably be in her to interrupt her. But she's not interested in Beastman.
You can always go talk to Chill Fox.
No. I've got nothing to talk. She's got nothing to talk to Chill Fox about. You know what? Nope. She's gonna schmooze her way to Beastman.
You make your way over to Beastman. As you're walking over to him, why don't you go ahead and roll me for your scan?
Scan. Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna roll straight d20. Blip. 8 plus 3, 11.
Let's put this over.
Think
Let's put this over here on the black hole device.
Yeah, we have that.
Yeah.
It consumes all.
You make your way over toward Beastman, but as you do, you notice that he seems to be chatting with his operator. However, as you approach, he seems to push the operation window away, seemingly having finished with what he's doing. He sees you approaching as he looks to you. Well. What do we have here?
Greetings.
Greetings as well. I see you're the new Navi everyone's talking about.
Is everyone really talking about me?
Mostly Blitzman is talking about.
I figured that would be the case, as I have yet to introduce myself to any of the other Navis here.
Well, if you will allow me, I am Beastman.
The pleasure, Beastman. My name is Yome.
A pleasure, Yome. What can I do for you? Are you here to speak with my operator?
Oh, no, not quite. Earlier today I simply was, socializing with the other Navis, seeing what they thought of my operator.
Oh, I see.
I am fairly new here. I only recently became his Navi. Last night, in fact.
I've been thinking that his Navi has been a lot less talkative as of late. I'm guessing he must have reused some of his programming.
That is not incorrect.
I've noticed that there are 3 new Navis among our ranks. From
Yes.
what I've heard from Blitzman, at least 2 of them are belong to Alan, I believe.
Yes, the third one is Bug Vader.
I'm gonna have him roll.
He
Do
is
you know about a 20-year-old program?
Bug Vader is special.
He does not know about a 20-year-old program. Okay.
Like, if you Google virus scanner, I'm probably page 20.
I
One
think
for
20 is
each.
generous.
Get pushed back one for each year.
Well, if there's anything any of you would like to know, I'm basically the class president around here.
Ah, then I made the right choice in going towards you.
Hmm.
Do you know anything about my operator and his lack of popularity?
Yes, I do. My operator doesn't really much pay attention to those type of things, but from what I can understand, since I am one of the oldest ones here who has had some sort of memory, the oldest one being Blitzman, there was some sort of a encounter with the entirety of the school, and unfortunately, at the time, wounds cut deep. I can't really tell you the extent of what happened, unfortunately. Am unable to give that information. My operator, or the other operators here, may be able to tell more.
I see.
Most of the information that had happened around that time seems to be very classified.
I see. So I feel even if I did ask, I probably wouldn't get any answers, even though it concerns my user.
I believe that the only one who'd be able to actually tell you anything might be Blitzman. I'm not sure he keeps up on his, tasks as well as the rest of us do. Classified information is punishable if let loose, but Donovan and Blitzman don't seem to really care about that kind of thing.
It really makes me wonder what my user could have done to offend so many.
It tries not to get too widespread, I will say that. The people do try to make sure that it doesn't affect too much, but children nowadays, they can pick up on a lot more than people seem to think.
I
Especially
see.
those who were affected.
So, without telling me of this incident, so that you don't have to forsake your vow of classification, would it be that... Well, actually, how do I word the sentence? I need to word this properly. From what Blitzman had told me, this has something to do with back in elementary school. Something that, to this day, many years later, it leads to bullying.
Blitzman
just
doesn't have an
from-
amazing memory. I don't seem to remember it happening in an elementary period, potentially near the end of it. I don't normally think of this too much. It was not amazingly long time ago. Definitely years, but not too many. It wasn't a child as much as... He's gonna roll really quick. He has a decent data stat. I'll see if he can recollect how many years it's been. Yeah, he does. I believe it's been around 5 or 6 years now.
Okay.
So I believe they were in their starts thinking 6th, 7th, maybe 8th grade. I can't 100% tell. Again, the information is very classified.
So around middle school. And yet, if this was seriously such an horrendous infraction, you would think he'd be expelled or maybe moved to a different district altogether, yet he is still here amongst his peers who now bully him, be it male or female.
You don't know the establishment you're in then, I see.
I do not, unfortunately.
This is a private school in Dintech City. Very influential children go here, you see. Those who have made themselves very much a shining example of brilliance, or those who have connections to powerful people. Their children all go to this school.
So does that mean Alan is either a very prestigious or simply within connection of one?
I would say both, to be fair for Alan. Although he doesn't really show it a lot anymore. I do remember his grades from back in the day.
What were his grades?
I believe he was almost perfect on most of his scores. There were a couple of things that, of course, young boys or young girls sometimes don't eventually realize, pop quizzes and all of that, but I believe he was a very sharp boy.
And it was within 5 years ago that his grades dwindled? How
His
long
grades
ago?
have been dwindling ever since, yes, I will say. However, not... It wasn't gradual, it was more abrupt.
I see. And the girls? They all see him very negatively, but I do not see my user as one that is unattractive.
He looks over toward his monitor. Well, I know that my master doesn't really think much about it, but as far as the other girls in the class and the other classes, mostly rumors go around. People say things, people see things. He's not always the most social with people as well. I think that mostly it comes down to the fact of children being a lot more, again. He's like noticing you getting closer and closer. He's just like looking at you like, excuse, I was saying, okay? Are you okay?
I like the ring around your neck.
Oh, this? Ah, yes. It's very nice.
So, when they bully him, what do they say they see, and what do they say they hear?
Well, it all started with, I guess, the upperclassmen, from what I can remember. This doesn't have much to do with the incident, so I guess I can explain this. Some of the girls in the upper classes that are either gone now, or I believe one or two of them may still be around. Those who were affected, they began to harass the boy, from what I can see. They would make up rumors about him. The newer generation of classmates would believe those rumors, and things would go out of control. There isn't hardly any people in this class, other than a few, who were actually around during that time. My operator included in that. However, again, my operator does not pay too much attention to those type of things.
I see. So then what are these rumors that they say about him?
Please do not make me repeat such vulgar things, my lady.
Can you create them in a document and then give that to me instead if you wish not to say that?
He's like scratching his cheek.
We can also go somewhere a bit more private.
He looks to the thing that he has over to the side, and he just kind of pushes it away. He comes back to you. There's not a lot of time now. If you would like, we could perhaps speak over it over lunch, or potentially in the classes after. However, we couldn't do it in the classroom. I believe he looks over toward the teachers. Navi, Miss Prague might overhear.
That is understandable. Please do not see me as a Navi of prying. I simply wish to know what it is that makes my user so unliked within his peers. High school is a very, very important period of growth for teenagers.
I will say, the things that I will tell you are very vulgar. I don't know if any of them are true, or if any of them have truth to them. But I'll bring up some of the more prominent rumors.
And please
this has been going on
assured,
for several years, so I'm sorry if I omit a few of them.
And please rest assured that, despite being new myself, I am well versed in many types of vulgarity, whether I wanted to or not.
If you are well versed in them, my lady, I still do not wish to speak them. I am a gentleman, you see.
Of course, but Also know that I am not very easy to offend. At least I don't think I am.
Then I cannot wait for pleasant conversation after that which I tell you today.
Of course. And then maybe after all this we can look past all of that and be good friends.
I hope so.
I do not know if Navis can be more than that.
He just kind of nods.
Shoop. Shoop.
If you want to start making your way over toward the other platform, you can. He seems to have returned to his thing over here.
Yo, girl, I got some tea.
Oh, I love tea.
As you guys,
Wait, that's not tea at all.
as you guys gather around, Bug Vader,
Yeah.
you make your way into the area with all of the metools and things of that nature. From before, you see that the one that has been that seemingly has you had tamed seems to have made his way all the way around to all the other Navis, telling your warning to all of them. Or not Navis, all the other metools.
Good on you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some training to do, so...
I have to shoot you in the face now.
He's gonna do some basic training. He's not gonna, like, fight anyone specifically. More stretches and, like, gaming and all that.
Okay. There's definitely some like areas over through here. You make sure to go over toward the normal nav from before that you had spoken with that told you to obey the rules and things of that. He lets you know that some of you can use some of the random bits of data floating around as target practice if you wish. However, he mentions a few areas in particular to stay away from.
For now, I am staying away from them.
He mainly just says don't attack any of the large spires that are floating through the air or the ones that are connected into the ground.
Alright.
He mentions that those are the main programs of the school. They shift around depending on when they're needed, and that anything that happens to them would have to be repaired, and it's just a big thing.
As he's trading, he starts thinking to himself about the conversation earlier about how he got infected. You said you've always been there, right? Yes. Why don't I remember you? Focus on your trading. I want to know. It's complicated, my friend. Have you always been there, truly? Through the rough, through the emotional, and you said nothing? Is that a problem? Did I always have to be alone?
Bug Vader, roll me for your data really quick to see if you can try to put a few things together.
I don't want to get too much together.
I won't say too much.
Oh
right
yeah,
here.
I got system console. That's what I wanted. No, it's not. Where's my dice? There it is. I rolled a 17.
Okay, and your data's a 2, right? I will say that Bug definitely has a much better idea as to what happened than Bug Vader does.
Definitely.
I will say that almost everything I would say to Bug and not Bug Vader. So you can have Bug Vader continue to go about how he wants to. I could send you information later to specifically Bug if you want me to.
Sounds good.
Okay.
But for now...
Because that's such a high number that I don't want to not give him something. But I'll give it to Bug instead of Bug Vader.
Bug will just say, you never were. I have been watching. I'm not one with worth. But so you know,
Joker,
when you
look.
were in trouble,
We have
when you were in your most dire, you did get help. Would that satisfy you?
You know it won't, but I'll at least take it for now. As long as you weren't completely absent.
Things will become more clear later.
Right.
He goes back to trading.
Arad gives $2. So, Will, is this how you trick Blue into giving you 2 characters? Inspiration of Bug Vader.
Again, if you missed the first game, the moment it became 2 characters happened in that first game. There was no there was no
Why you gotta
before
trick
game.
me, Will?
Will was plotting this the whole time.
Yeah, you can actually watch the transition into him becoming another character in the first
Yeah,
game.
legit. That started out as a gag. What the fuck am I just listening to? What did I just fucking hear?
We'll come up with things. From what Will gave me during the last game, over the course of the past couple of weeks, I've been kind of trying to figure out what's going on with it, and I think I have a pretty good idea of it. And again, I'll send a little bit of that over to Bug instead of Bug Vader. However, I'll also say that not even Bug fully understands.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Bug himself won't even fully understand, but maybe eventually through the two of them they might learn more. I'll put Bug back over here.
There.
As all that's going on, you sit here and you begin training. You're shooting some debris that's in the air. You're kind of working through your kinks. You notice that your body isn't moving extremely well compared to whenever you were in your prime. But again, you already know why that's the case. However, you work out all the kinks and you kind of get yourself shooting pretty accurately by the end of it. You feel like nothing's gonna really hold you back in the coming encounter.
And that's when the Psycho Suicide Bomber comes in and blows himself up, and there's no enemies to respawn me with.
It's around that time that you know that it's about ready to be lunch. Do you want to return, or do you want to just make your way wandering around here still?
I think it's time for us to get a bit of a polish. What do you think? Got the lens working, but doesn't really matter with all this.
Yeah, I think a bit of a cleanup wouldn't be so bad.
Gotta get buffed, man.
Yep. He's gonna get his legs waxed.
Metal, wax my legs!
And the rest of his body. Since you know he's metal.
It scurries over to you. Roll me for Link.
I'm not gonna get the metals to do it.
You said... See, now I know you meant wax as in, like, how you would wax a car. But all I imagined was Bug Vader pulling up his, like, pant sleeve that he doesn't have. And just the hairiest fucking leg. And the med tool just looks at it like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this?
Squeaky, I went the exact same place.
Okay, good.
I did that
At
on
least
purpose.
we're in
So,
sync.
do you wanna buff yourself up before returning to Alan and them?
Oh, heck yeah, we're gonna have a nice fancy pizza dinner this lunch.
Okay. So, Yome and Cross, you guys make it back to the central platform around the same time. Cross is a little bit before her. And at this point, you guys know there's about a minute or two till lunch. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to bring up what happened with the two of you? What's going to happen?
I'll give Cross a little bit of a play-by-play of what I just learned. And what I will be learning come lunch. I'm gonna rendezvous with the Beast Man.
The Beast Man?
Platonically and maybe sexually.
You were really into that gold ring.
I wanted to see what I wanted to see what proximity would do, and it didn't.
Do you keep anything that was said to you to yourself?
You know what? Me and Cross are we've been gals since yesterday. So.
Okay. So Cross, you know basically everything that was just said about the school you guys are in. It's pretty prestigious. the fact that a lot of rumors have been going around. An incident happened around 5 or 6 years ago that Alan seemed to have been somewhat in there, but most of the Navis are unable to say anything about it. Other than potentially Blitzman, because Blitzman and Donovan don't really seem to care about any things that happen to them.
Yeah. I figure I will go get some information from Beastman, but it seems that Blitzman is taking quite a liking to both of us, namely you. So maybe you can try to whittle some more information from him. That is, if you wish.
Well, he did let me say if I had any questions, I could ask them.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a rule that the Navis can't talk about it, maybe if we find a nice enough operator, they could explain things to us better. Or Alan himself when he feels ready.
I feel like waiting for Alan will take much too long for us to do anything about it.
Agreed. Oh,
Besides,
that's why the door flew open. God damn it, cat.
While Alan said we cannot talk about certain things, he did not forbid us from prying.
This is absolutely true. He didn't.
And if this means he'll tell us more, then I welcome that. And any repercussions it might bring.
Well, what do they say? You can't perform surgery without cutting the patient open?
Exactly, I think.
All right. You guys hear the bell. You guys notice that Alan has detached his PET. You guys can still get to it because he's still in the school area. Do you guys want to go into the PET?
I just thought of a better one. You can't make an omelet without cracking a couple eggs.
Oh, that's very clever.
That one's so much better.
It's been done!
I feel like I'm being influenced by my environment.
I'll go look for Beastman again.
You don't want to go with Alan to lunch?
Oh, yeah, wait, we gotta do that. Yeah, no, you're right. Okay, that happens after.
Get over here.
I'm sorry, he's brewing the tea.
As you guys make your way back into the PET after Alan has detached it, you guys see from your little window from it that Alan is waiting for most of the people to get up and leave before he does. He seems to grab the home network thing he was studying before and pack it up with everything else. He looks down to you guys. He gives a smile whenever he notices you guys are there. And he seems to get up. You see him dig into his bag. He seems to get out a pair of earbuds and seemingly connect them directly into his PET so he can hear you guys.
Good job.
Yeah, thanks.
You did very well paying attention.
Oh, you were watching?
Yes.
Before we went off, we were quite proud of you.
Fucking liars. He doesn't fucking know.
Before we left.
Yeah.
we
Right. Let's go. He starts making his way out. He's like, so Bug Vader's still doing his thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
He walks a little bit further out. He makes his way to the lunchroom. As he does, you guys apparently get a mail. Bing-a-ding, bing-a-ding.
Ooh, I will check it.
Shing. Hey! What's up? So the great Donovan has said that, he will meet you after he eats, outside outside of the lunchroom. Do you let that message go through to Alan?
Yeah.
Psst. The message repeats to Alan. Oh, hey, Blitzman. Yeah, I'll do that.
I know this isn't the time you
That was a
but
mail.
No, he's like, yeah, no problem.
Oh, okay. I thought it was mail, not fucking direct link. I didn't know it was a fucking phone call.
This is how mail works here.
You can email Skype calls.
Yay!
Listen, I don't know all this newfangled technology. I'm still living in Windows Vista.
I just imagine Donovan would like to see it, etc., etc. Then a shiny new Bug Vader. Tell him we'll be there.
Well, you
Yeah.
heard him.
He waxed his legs and everything.
Yeah, he's getting ready. We'll see you later.
All right. Do you guys keep the mail, or do you get rid of it?
We will keep it. I will keep it.
I need you to roll me for your. And if you're trying to keep it, roll me for your link, please.
Okay. I'm gonna try to keep it. One sec. Let me make sure. If I keep it, is it like keeping a Skype call open?
No, it's basically you keep a recording of what happened.
All right, sweet. Link. Okay.
Ah, God, I hate when video games have those freaking recordings everywhere. I just want to shoot people in the
my
face.
dice has
I
like
don't wanna...
my dice has this weird spin thing when it hits the ground.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
you see that the dice roll is actually going to be pretty strong anyway. Unfortunately, you see that there are protections from Blitzman's email. As you try to copy it, he just kind of like looks back to you guys, just like and then he like motions off.
Hmm.
Don't look at me like that, Blitzman. I didn't do shit.
That's rather odd.
Well, I guess after we eat, we can go and talk to him. I'll probably just grab something and make my way over there. Especially if I'm eating pizza, you don't really have to sit down or anything for that.
You should take your time to enjoy your meal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I will. You guys feel yourselves step into a much wider network. As you guys do that, he seems to go and collect his food. You notice that as he does, you feel that there is a bit of an interface with his PET. You notice that you see his funds right now. He seems to have at his disposal around 1,000 zenny.
How much is that?
$10.
Mm-hmm. It seems to take the main amount of that to pay for his meal. However, you notice that there is a little repeating symbol on that, so he seems to get that daily. As he gives up the money for the meal, he seems to make a couple of like alterations to it. He seems to like get rid of like certain things for like instead of getting like milk, he gets orange juice, things of that nature. He just makes a couple substitutions.
Okay. I was gonna say, is this fucker vegan? We don't have soy cheese, Alan.
As he goes and sits down, you guys feel connected to the main network of the school. At which point, you guys can look off into it if you wish.
You said you were going to go talk to him, yes?
Yes, but I did find it rather odd I could not copy Blitzman's mail.
Oh, were you trying to?
Yes.
Like I said, Donovan's pretty smart. He makes sure to make everything that he does encrypted.
I see. I will be more aware of this next time.
If you were able to do it, that'd be really impressive.
I wasn't attempting to this time.
Of course, I wasn't meaning that you couldn't do it.
No, I don't think that. I had my guard down, and it won't be down anymore.
It's actually pretty interesting. I've got a lot of theories about Donovan and Blitzman. I've been around them for quite a while, and when it comes to Blitzman, I think I know his programming pretty well at this point.
I see.
He's a bit simple, but I think that's mostly just the humor program inside of him. It's kind of like a little bit of an extra oomph to his personality. It was something that he actually stops himself for a second and goes, He just kind of like takes a bite of his pizza.
I won't bug you on it further then. Maybe later.
Sorry, I ramble a bit.
That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. If we can't listen to you, then who will?
Well, you guys have been really helpful. It was something that me and Donovan gave him a long time ago.
Were you and Donovan once friends?
Pretty close, yeah. A long time ago.
I see.
Blitzman is kind of he kind of like scratches his cheek a bit. Kind of a group project, kind of. He's Donovan's Navi, but Donovan used me and our other friend, and well, not used. It wasn't a used thing. We kind of messed around with him a bit, customized him while things were going on. Tried to make him into a pretty good battler. Donovan's always wanted him to be a city net battler. To try to make him be as strong and as, well, he just really wanted him to do his best back then.
I see.
A bunch of the other programs that Blitzman had in him that we had all worked on together have been taken out of him by now, but some of them stayed in.
And what of this other friend?
He left a while back. He doesn't go to this school anymore.
How long ago was that?
A year or two ago, maybe more. We weren't talking much around that time.
From how it sounds, you don't do much talking in general.
Unfortunately, I have to agree.
Around this time. Bug Vader!
Guess who's back?
Yeah!
You buffed yourself up. You seem to really notice the difference. No one else does. Because your image data cannot really be changed that easily. But hey, you feel like you're less grimy altogether.
It seems people are avoiding my gaze. I might be intimidating them. Reality. Oh, what's that? Oh, is that metal? Oh my god, look at him. He's doing a trick. He's beatboxing.
He's beatboxing.
Dude, I want that Metzel. I finally got a use for this card. Metzel will join me on my
Leave the beatboxing Metul alone.
Someone donate $5,000 to this metal.
Fucking stop.
Please don't.
So anyway, Bug Vader, you show up around this point. You guys all notice Bug Vader coming in, and again, he seems to like be moving with a lot more confidence. You guys had noticed that he out of all three of you, he was the one that was like the most clunky moving around. He seems to be moving around with a lot more precision now. As you guys get there, Alan just kind of like notices Bug Vader. It's like, oh, welcome back. Anything up?
I'm getting ready for the meeting with Blitzman.
Meeting?
He thinks that they're going to fight, I think.
We're not supposed to be able to net battle in school,
In
Bug Vader.
school, yes. That's why it's going to be later.
Oh, after school?
Yes.
Oh, he starts thinking, arcade or park?
Park, I believe.
Okay, I mean, I guess we could make a stop.
Oh, thank you. I thought I was going to have to travel through the entire net to behind your back.
I wouldn't do that if you're planning on net battling. I was able to save you guys as backup data before, but if you guys are too far away from my PET, I can't give you any. I mean, it's not like they really matter much. He kind of like looks through the two battle chips he has. I can't really use these with you if you're too far away. My PET isn't the best when it comes to net battling. It's mostly for customization and things of that nature.
Which is why I'm grateful you will send us to this battle.
He seems to have been very much involved in this conversation, Yome and Cross. He seems to have decidedly stopped talking about the other thing you guys are talking about.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I guess with that, she's gonna head off to Beastman. I'm
You
gonna go
gonna
drink
leave?
this tea.
So I heard that there was stress going on earlier while I was investigating.
As Yome goes to leave, he's like, see you later, Yome.
No problem.
He
What
looks.
is this
Mhm.
dress about?
It's just some stuff that happened in class, Bug Vader. I made a
Class.
Joker, look. We
I made a bit of a mistake. He looks to Cross.
It was not your mistake.
We have a differing opinions.
Yes, one is correct and one is wrong.
If I'm to gather from this situation,
I got it. So what happened is that there was supposed to be a trade-off in school. You were supposed to be sending the goods to the one child, but something was amiss. You were unable to send these goods. In fact, you got caught. You had to make a lie fast, but you couldn't get the goods from him.
No.
I mean, it's actually kind of similar. How did you do that?
Of course. Well, that's the economy we're in lately, where in order to survive school nowadays, even the children must sell drugs.
Bug Vader, I'm gonna have to really look into that whole you changing your voice thing. It's kind of freaky.
It's alarming me too.
I get used to it.
It's around this time. Cross and Bug Vader, do you guys want to do anything as Alan is finishing up his food? He is definitely going to. Again, he said he's going to go and head off once he's done eating. Do you guys want to try to find any Navis in particular? Do you guys want to do anything like that?
Bug Vader
Or do you want to
goes-
stay? Or do you want to stay with him
Hold
while
on.
he goes off
Bug-
to do that?
Bug Vader just kind of leans towards Cross. It's not actually drugs, is it?
No, it was homework.
Oh yeah, the other drug. Right, I know this one. Screw this
Homework is
copy.
not a drug.
Well, it might as well be.
You're very unusual.
Look, all he's saying is that trading homework is like trading drugs in the school economy. It's not healthy for you. You're not getting your proper education, but it does bring you a high amount of money. Morals aside, selling homework is like selling drugs.
Alan, I'm going to stay here with you for the conversation.
Bug Vader, what do you want to do? Do you want to stay with Alan while he goes and talks to Donovan, or do you want to go off somewhere?
He's going to inspect the enemy.
All right, you guys will go with Alan as he goes to see Donovan. Whereas Yome, you go off into the major part of the net that you're connected to, which is the main net of the school.
Oh.
As you do this, Blitzman's over here.
By the way, selling homework is a legitimate business.
Yeah, it is. So is writing people's essays.
Yep. Not healthy for the mind, but gets the bills paid.
You know what else gets bills paid?
But
Lots of things. Like YouTubing.
Yome, you see the major net come out. You notice that large hole that Bug Vader was talking about, as well as all the Metools seemingly repairing it. All the other Navi seem to all be off in their little groups yet again, doing their things. However, you see that Beastman is off at the far corner of all of this, away from everybody.
Shoop.
As you make your way over, he seems to wave to you. Welcome.
It is my first time entering something like this.
Your op have a good lunch?
He seemed to enjoy himself.
Well, all right then. Good to see you. I'm kidding. Kidding.
It's like, get back here. Get back here.
Get back here and get inside me. What? I mean, give me the tea.
So, you still want to know some things?
I wish to know about my user. That means bearing the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Again, I don't know if any of these things are true. But they are very much, in some people's minds. Some rumors of your net op from a couple of years back, started with, apparently he was seen doing some things in school, at least according to one of the, upperclassmen girls that had brought this rumor to light. He was seen going in and out of the female lavatory.
Okay.
Apparently, this was multiple occasions, and apparently she had seen him in multiple occasions doing this. There was also several thoughts of him as he apparently would be looking up various materials during class. These materials being more risque than normal. Apparently, they said that through his knowledge, he was able to bypass the school's defenses and get onto the greater internet. Several things of that nature. There was some rumors from a different upperclassman who apparently had brought up that he had followed her home one day. One of the more recent ones was one made by a Miss John. She is one of the ones that is in the current classroom with him. Apparently she had seen him, do some of the same similar things, except he would make his way to the female locker rooms and would abscond with underwear.
I'm like writing all this down.
Getting the download. Continue.
Yeah.
And he's kind of like just kind of scratching his cheek. He's just kind of looking away. The only other one is, well, that doesn't have to do with the situation and isn't various variations on the ones that I've already told you, is apparently Miss John had also seen him streaking.
Okay. Okay.
Other than that, various other complications happened during school hours. None of them really rumors, more just what several operators do around him.
I see. Most of these actually aren't that bad.
I've been trying to think of different ways to say them and not be too vulgar, you see. However, a lot of them have to do with some of the things that I can't speak of.
I see, and that's understandable. It is rather odd, actually. I had brought up a topic to my user, and he had seemed so shy and bewildered by the very subject that it makes it seem like all these accusations are just not possible.
I believe that to be true as well, to be fair. I don't think that these situations are things that he would actively do. However, with so many people saying them, who knows what's true and what's not? I know that your net operator is in a position where his mental state may or may not be the greatest, so maybe some of these things did happen to some capacity. I don't know him as well as anyone else would, but I do know that even if something is out of character for someone, anything can happen. Or maybe some of these things were just taken the wrong way. The only thing that I do know is that he was once caught inside of the female lavatory.
Okay, so that isn't a rumor, that is a fact.
Well, the multiple times potentially could be a rumor. I believe he was only caught the
Joker,
once.
Look, we have more money.
But that is the only one that I seem to have substantial evidence for.
I see. And the sources of these rumors you claim to be from the upperclassmen girls before they left.
I believe one or two of them may still be in the school. However, most of them have graduated by now.
I see.
And I believe that the only ones that really get brought up new nowadays are from Miss John.
So,
However, her and her other gaggle of friends seem to do other things other than bring up rumors.
such as?
Your operator isn't the... Well... I feel bad talking about your operator.
It's okay. I already knew that I was going... Blech. I already knew what I was walking into when I asked for any information. Knowing that he is unpopular, I feel all I would get is bad information about my operator. It is just a matter of whether I still choose to believe in him or not.
Well... Miss John and several other girls, sometimes several of the guys as well, would gather around, and well, your operator, he's not the most, bright in certain situations. He doesn't know when things are more malicious than they seem. I believe, there was an incident, in the last week or so, where she would make him do things by asking him to, and he would. It was strange. She had came up to him one day during class and asked him how fast he could move his tongue back and forth. When he refused to do so, she sat down with him and chatted with him and seemed excited, from what I could tell, and eventually made him do it. It was embarrassing. I would think that would be the end of it. We weren't really able to hear much beyond that, but a rather joyous uproar seemed to follow.
And this was among other teachers.
This was during free period.
So was it this Miss John and her other teachers, or was it her amongst...
Are you thinking that Miss John is a teacher?
Seeing as you refer to her as such.
Well, no, I would refer to your operator in any sort of respect if he were around. Miss John, she is the operator of Chillfox.EXE.
Oh, I thought. See, I'm hearing Miss John instead of Jan.
Well, you say it. It's John. It's John. Jann.
Oh. I was told her name was pronounced Jan.
Okay. You gotta change my fucking notes. Fucking. Gotta fucking pee too. Okay. Fucking Miss John. I'm like, what kind of fucked up teacher is this?
I'm
Okay.
sorry. I will try my best to leave out any Mr. or Mrs. from now on. I don't wish to think that you mistake them for faculty.
Yes. So, it seems that these upperclassmen girls created these rumors, propagated them by telling them to the underclassmen, and it seems like this Jan is constantly instigating these and keeping them alive, for whatever twisted benefits she may have.
Miss John, John, it's so weird. She is a very recent addition to our school, only being here in the past year or so. I believe she was just told stuff by the upperclassmen, and if she did notice the things she did, I don't know.
How new is she, would you say?
Like I said, around the past year or so.
Are you aware of, when it comes to teenagers, how desperate they are to fit in?
Unfortunately, I am. It's usually why children have a sort of pack mentality, similar to that of beasts.
It is almost a crippling flaw in teenagers, human teenagers, that they must be integrated into the pack. Whether it is doing something positive or negative, as long as they are now a part of the group, it is all right. I feel that might be the case. Again, the impression I have gotten around Alan is that he is a very naive boy. A very excitable boy, of course, but in innocent ways. He is aware of the world around him. He is aware that vulgarities and corruptions exist in the world, but wants no part of it, or at least does not wish to step into the adults' world anytime soon.
I believe that he is, unfortunately, stuck in a situation that he has no true control over. Potentially, you as his Navis can help with that. However, I will say most of us Navis here have no ill will against the boy.
And that is good.
I say most, because there is one person I would like to warn you against.
Is it Sparrowman? And why? What is wrong with him?
Sparrowman and his net operator are not fond of almost anyone in school. They are problems. Problems that unfortunately cannot be dealt with. They have made several mistakes in other schools as well as this one, but they are unable to be removed from this school unless something drastic were to happen.
And what have they done in the past, may I ask?
Well, I will say this. Blitzman and the other Navis that go with... He almost says sir, but he's like, Donovan. They fight quite a lot. They definitely fought with your master's Navi. I believe the ones who put that Navi in such a sorry state, however, was Sparrowman. I believe he was working instead to delete.
I see.
He doesn't go after anyone like me or any of the other customized Navis, but I believe that your master's old Navi was put in such a sorry state because of Sparrowman.
And has any customized Navis other than Blitzman tried to go against him?
Blitzman.
I said aside from Blitzman. God damn it.
Not a lot of us really see the need to. I believe that the last person to really go after such a Navi was Blitzman, but other than him, I believe that he starts trying to scratch his chin. The only one who tried to net battle him was Chill Fox, I believe, but they did not get into any sort of altercation.
So then, to make sure that I'm understanding you clearly, Sparrowman is the reason Alan's previous net Navi was in such a bad state.
Hmm.
But have they and his NetHop done something to Alan at any point? Are they also a perpetuator of these rumors?
His net operator doesn't perpetuate any rumors. However, most students try to avoid him. My own operator included. I believe the only ones who ever have any sort of contact with him are some of Sir Donovan's friends and maybe himself. I don't know. I try to keep my operator away from anywhere he's going to be going by trailing Sparrowman's movements myself.
And
she seems to wander pretty easily.
And have you gotten into any conflicts with Sparrowman?
I have not.
I am curious myself, I will say.
Be careful. If he is the reason that your master's Navi was in such a sorrowful state, you could be in trouble if you were to have any altercations with him.
Well, then I should probably keep it to simply school, for after all, net battling is not allowed.
As I have mentioned before, they have broken the rules.
True.
Just don't push your luck too much, ma'am.
Thank you for the warning.
It is no problem.
I'm actually feel like I should apologize too for bringing you this discomfort of having to make you say more than you probably would have, especially to a Navi you've only just met.
Most of us Navis are hoping that this phase gets grown out of, honestly. A lot of us who were around back then are sick of it. Me, Blitzman to an extent, even Chillfox, who wasn't really around at the time, he's sick of everything going on. He would much rather the class and the net operators all, well, work together. But there's only so much you can do whenever in your class is a known troublemaker and, unfortunately, the least popular student in school.
It seems they all work together just fine without them, unfortunately.
I wish that they would apply their efforts to more
positive things.
Exactly.
It really is a shame. If I do find out the truth of this, and it isn't as overwhelming as it seems to be, I will say I'll be rather disappointed in humans. It'll just seem like a lot of wasted effort over hot air. And if...
Roll me for scan, as you say that.
Ooh, baby!
Because he definitely has a tell right now.
I'm gonna put 3 inspiration.
Okay. Roll me 4 times.
I need to know. 16 plus scan is 9.
Just try to beat 16.
Yeah. Yeah, I just 7. That's a 6. I think this is the 4th one. Nope, 19's my highest one.
A 19 gets it. As you say, you hope that it's something substantial. You see that Beastman kind of eyes away from you, and his eyes kind of dart to the center of the room before kind of returning to you.
Does it have to do with that?
I hope you and your operator enjoy a good lunch. I have said far too much.
I extend the condolences to you as well.
We should try to see if our operators would like to study or something sometime.
Yes, quite. If they are a neutral party like you say they are, I do not see why they cannot get along with Alan.
I would hope that until such things blow over, however, it does not negatively affect her own standing with this class. So, potentially at their home network.
Yes.
We shall see.
Tell your operator I said that I enjoyed my talk with you, and I hope to have more polite interactions with you.
Until then, Miss Yome.
Until then, Sir Beastman.
Beastman, logging out.
Fucking lit!
So Yome, while you're getting that done, let's go over to Cross and Bug Vader. Guys, you see that Alan completes his food, and as he does, he seems to sit up from there and begin making his way outside the lunchroom. He seems to have a very practiced walk about it, as if he knows exactly where to go. You see him kind of walk out into one of the halls just outside of it, and begin looking out into the school grounds. He sits the PET beside of him, and just kind of sits there looking out at the trees and such again. Cross, you had noticed that he was looking out toward the trees quite a lot during class themselves. As you look out through the small window, you see that the trees seem to have a very much strange look about them. Each of them seem to have different colored leaves. There appears to be a tree with orange leaves, a tree with pink leaves, a tree with green leaves, a tree with blue leaves. There is a large section of the school just outside where the gardens are that seem to have quite the number of colorful trees and leaves as they blow around in the wind. At the base of these trees, there appears to be several beds of flowers as well. He seems to just kind of stare off at them with a bit of a calm look about him.
Those trees are quite pretty. I noticed you looking at them during class.
Oh yeah, they're interesting. A mix of, well, he kind of looks back to you. You guys probably would know more about it than I do. Genetic manipulation? Something like that? The leaves themselves can change colors depending on whoever sets them. I'm guessing the janitor. It's really interesting whenever they're like this. He just kind of like looks off. It's kind of like a rainbow, you know?
So they can be set manually. That's very interesting.
Yeah, you can also jack into them. I believe that people got in trouble at one point for changing all of them to brown. It made it look like they were all dying.
It sounds like it would look very ugly.
It was a little funny because there wasn't really a lot of damage done. But I like them a lot better when they're like this.
I can see why. It's much more pleasing to the eye.
So around that point, tap, tap, tap. You guys notice another network become very close to you guys.
Whose could it possibly be?
Does not appear to be Blitzman.
Oh.
Let me get them really quick. Boop, boop, boop. You guys notice several PETs begin to make their way around the area. You guys notice 4 PETs. However, you can from what you can tell outside of them, you can only sense about 3 Navis. As the tap taps along the shoulder of Alan, Alan seems to look around, and as he does, he sees a Donovan. Apart from Donovan, there are a few other students with him. However, each of them just seem to have a generic boy look and fucking boys, you know, am I right?
They all look like they're out of Organization 13.
I don't have those right now. I don't have the sexies. Otherwise, I would totally use them for this. However,
So,
there appears to be a few of them there. Yeah?
is it possible for me to record conversations from this thing?
You can attempt to. Unfortunately,
Okay.
the PET itself isn't amazingly good. The one that he has currently does not have a ton of features that you guys can utilize, but you could definitely attempt to.
When they get on subject, I'll try.
Okay. As Alan gets a little taps onto his shoulder, he turns around, noting that Donovan is there, and, you know, other people are there. As you see that his face kind of like goes surprised for a second, but then kind of a knowing, like, okay. Hey. You gonna talk, or... Alan seems to speak up, and as he does, he just gets a glare from Donovan. You can definitely see everything from where you're at right now, because he set you in a position where you could basically see all around. Are you an idiot? You almost got us both in trouble. It's fine, it's no problem. Thanks to my quick wit, we were able to get out of it. But... are you
From
serious?
What I understood, it was Blitzman's mistake.
You have, again, I mentioned it to you before, but you have a set of earbuds inside of you.
Oh, okay.
So
only Alan heard that. I
you
wasn't
try
sure
to
'cause
try to
he's
speak
downstairs.
out. You try to speak out, and Alan looks back to you, and he's just like, as he kind of like turns back. Oh, are those your new Navis? Donovan looks over toward the screen as he sees Bug Vader and Cross. He seems to give a bit of a wave toward the two of them.
I'll wait back.
Blitzman was telling me about them. Apparently, one of them wants to have a net battle later. We can set something up. He looks back
Who's
to
that
Alan.
person?
Huh? What was
Who's
that?
that person challenging to a battle? Is it me?
Yeah.
Oh wait, damn it!
It is explicitly you.
The one time.
As he looks back to Alan. We can have them have their little scuffle, and while that's going on, we can discuss further things to make sure this doesn't happen again. Yeah, actually, I wanted to talk about that.
And now I try to record.
Go ahead and roll me for your data.
My data is one of the infinite twos. Listen, it's either a 2, a 4, or a 0. This is very easy for me.
14 altogether?
14? I put 2 inspiration.
I thought. 21. Pretty good.
21.
17. All right. With a 21, you begin to try to record what's going on. As you do, you seem to tap into the PET's like spire things that are going on. One of them begins to light up. It seems like you can record everything that's happening right now through the audio jack. You can't record video.
That's fine.
As Alan had just said, I've come to talk about that. You start recording. I don't think it's a good idea for us to do this anymore. I mean, let's be honest. You're smart enough as it is. You'll probably get perfect grades without me doing it, and like you said, it was a little bit of a scare, right? We don't want to get in trouble. Donovan looks at him. What are you saying? Well, I don't want to get in trouble either. So, he's gonna roll. Roll me for that
We
charm,
should
my
probably
boy.
secure our information.
Roll me for that charm, my boy. Can you get out of this with words? That's a pretty good charm, actually. I mean, you might get in trouble, I might get in trouble. We don't want that. Alan, you know why I'm asking you to do this. If you don't do something for me... He looks back toward the others. As he does, he kind of like moves his hand for them and they back away. As they back away, you guys no longer feel the connection to their PETs. They seem to be out of range. As Donovan seems to step forward. If you don't do something for me, how can I show them that, well, I'm still in charge here? Alan, you know that you have to do this so that nothing happens to that face of yours. He kind of like makes his hand over toward Alan and kind of like rubs the back of his fingers against his cheek. Almost sensually. Anyway.
Oh, I understand now. Alright, now I'm picking up what's getting put down.
Alan's just like, What's going on?
And then Alan realizes he's smart enough that he doesn't need looks and punches him in the balls.
What's going on, Alan? Is there a problem? Anything I can help you with? No, there's nothing. I'm fine. I'm fine. Is it about her? No. Alan, your homework was really good today. I was able to get through it just fine. I can keep the others at bay. We don't have to have any more problems. But you do have to do something for me. We can make it look like I'm doing something for you. Let's roll that charm again.
I can suck your dick in front of them. They'll show.
Oh no. We can make it look like I'm doing something for you. Donovan's eyes just seem to close as he breathes out from his mouth. All right. All right. Yeah. I understand, Donovan. I understand, Alan. You don't want to do anything anymore. Perfectly fine. He steps away. As he does, I'm rolling for Donovan right now. I'm going to put an NPC inspiration in it. So first roll. 13 plus 2, that's a 15. 15 plus 2. He does not notice what's going on with Cross. Otherwise, he might have something very different to say. As he steps away, have at him. Donovan steps away. As he does, you guys feel 3 PETs come back into closeness to you guys. You also see stepping into the screen 3 larger classmates in front of Alan. Alan seems to step back a bit, pressing himself up against the window. He shoots a glance over toward you and Bug Vader.
Bug Vader, go get a teacher.
As he does, he reaches over and he turns off the PET.
Bastard.
You guys have no connection to the outside now. Yome!
Yes.
You no longer feel connection to the PET.
Oh dear.
I know that's not a thing that should happen, right? Unless he turns it off, right?
Yep. He either left the school network or he turned off the PET. Or
And
something
it's-
glitchy happened.
Looks around to everybody else, or they, I mean, they're in the network, so they're not in their PETs. And there's no way with my abilities that I can try to get into the PET or back into it?
Nope, it is not connected to the network right now.
Alrighty. Well, is it possible to go back into the class network?
You definitely can.
I'm gonna do that. Where's that?
Roll me for your speed.
Roll for bed. This slightly concerns her. She's like, wait, that's not supposed to be off. You can't leave school. It's only a little after lunch. You can't leave without me. You can't fucking leave me here. No, I'm really concerned. You can't fucking leave me here.
Girl, it's the middle of school.
You can't fucking leave me here. You can't just fucking leave me here.
Don't do that! What if you explode?
That's a risk I'm willing to take. He's got Wait, do I forget everything if I die?
You get restored to your backup data.
Do I forget everything I learned today?
Yes.
Okay, no. No!
All right, roll me a d12.
Ugh. I need to know.
This one, I believe.
Okay. If I do, fine. Someone will ask me, so what'd you learn from Beastman? Who?
Let's see.
10.
A 10 on 1, 2, 3. Oh no, this one's crosses. Yours. 1, 2, 3.
I'm back.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Did I explode?
Yo, mate.
I exploded, didn't I? I exploded! Tell me I fucking exploded, Deco!
Yome, roll me a d20, and there's gonna be a couple of rolls.
Oh, fuck yeah, I exploded. Got this right out of the bag.
First roll.
15.
Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. D8.
D8.
That's the diamond.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, a D8. 4.
2, 3, 4. And a D6. This will be the
And
last
a
one. There's no other rolls.
Okay. A 1.
Okay.
Fucking Alan fucking blew up.
Yome, as you're going through the school data, you find a blue diamond in front of you showing data. Do you want to open it?
Yes.
You find battle chip data.
Yoink.
You find a battle chip for Guard and a battle chip for Boomer.
Don't know what I know
Boomer.
what guard is. Don't know what boomer is, but I'm taking them anyway. They are now mine.
Yeah, you did explode.
So you got the item, which you got the item thing, which is the mystery data, which is what I'm calling it here, which can be anything. I made a chart for it, like I did in Fairy Tale. You guys know how I love charts.
Yeah.
So this one that you rolled was two battleship data.
Oh, neat. I thought I exploded.
However, you do know that you cannot hold too much data on you, and you're not connected to the PET right now. So I will say this is the only data you can really hold right now.
Hey, a new guy.
That is fine. I don't plan on holding anything else.
Okay.
Gimme.
Just because you usually wouldn't even be able to hold this much, I'm gonna say the data is compressed slightly because it was a fake card.
Yeah. Okay. And then I still have to roll this like
Yes.
this. Okay. Fucking tripped on that on the way. That's a nat one. That is a 10. What is, like, my
I don't
dice
know.
when it lands on it?
I don't know, man. It does that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still fine.
12.
It still shuffles it.
12. And then I can't remember what it was specifically
Speed.
that you had. Speed? Okay.
So it was altogether a 13?
Yes.
Because of you running into that mystery data, it takes you a little bit to get there. But you do make your way through this little hall that shows all the metals and things, and you know that the school network is right beside of it.
Mm-hmm.
Bzz, or the classroom network. As you get there, you see what appears to be Miss Prague as well as Beastman. And I believe the other person that would be here would definitely not be anyone here. Okay, never mind. Those are the only two you see here.
Odd.
Walks over to the teacher, Navi.
Has class already resumed?
Oh, hello. You're one of the Navis of Allen's, right?
Yes.
She puts the data that she has, all of like the class homework and stuff data. She looks back to you. Is something wrong?
I fear I have lost connection to my user's PET. And I had assumed that... Yes. It seems that it has either been turned off or completely disconnected from the network. And I find that odd, considering it is only a little bit after lunch.
That's not good. Alan shouldn't be leaving. Was he near the exit whenever it went off?
Last I am aware, he went to go speak to Donovan.
To Donovan? I'll relay the information to my net operator.
Please.
She seems to bring up a window immediately as she does. Boop. You see a window appear of the teacher. She seems to be grading some papers at her desk. As she looks forward towards you guys, as a little note rings out, she goes, "Oh, hello, Miss Prague," she says as she looks over towards you, like, "Oh, there's a student here." And you are?
I am Yomei. I am a net Navi belonging to Alan.
Alan, yes, all right. That's
some
really
concern.
interesting, actually. She looks to you. How did Alan all of a sudden get so many interesting looking net navies?
I do not think that is a topic we can discuss right now.
Oh, okay.
I fear something might have come to Alan. I cannot connect to the PET. It seems it has been disconnected from the network.
Disconnected? Was he outside of school when it happened?
No, he went to go meet with Donovan.
Donovan? All right. 1 second. She seems to start fiddling with her PET. As she does, Miss Prague seems to disappear.
PET? I was away.
You are stuck in the PET.
You're in it. You're stuck in it.
That sucks for me.
As she seems to disappear into the PET, you feel like you have a connection to Miss Toki's PET right now if you would like to.
Whoop.
You make your way into Miss Toki's PET with Miss Prague. The two of you see several of the areas around it begin to light up. You notice from being in here that her PET seems to have a lot more functions than Alan's does. She seems to have one that's a lot more streamlined for convenience and personal use. You see that there's a constant clock along the area. There's calendar programs. You see that there is a large amount of storage in here. Potentially because she grades a lot of papers and does things like that. There is some mystery data thrown about, but you don't feel too much like prying while her Navi is here.
No, that's understandable. Besides, right now I want to know what's up with Alan.
Mm-hmm. And finally, you also notice that that there is a seemingly looking like a sensor here. As she begins to pitter-patter on the thing shows what appears to be a map of the school. As she does, she goes, "All right, Donovan seems to be off in the East Hall."
Do I remember exactly where they were meeting up?
Just outside of the lunchroom.
Alan was supposed to be meeting Donovan just outside of the lunchroom.
Well, we could head over there now to see if anything's going on.
Yes, please.
Do you just say yes, please? Do you say anything else?
I hope you are... As a teacher, I know that you are aware that Alan has been sporting several bruises as of late.
She looks to you.
I fear that he will not come upon more.
As you bring that up, she goes, let's hurry. As she's like, you almost get the feeling of that part didn't even cross her mind, and then as soon as you mention it, she's like, okay, yeah, let's hurry. Upon you saying that, she seems to give like what appears to be like a leisurely jog through the school, not like running, but she seems to be going at a very brisk pace.
You better fucking take off those fucking heels, you whore.
As she makes her way at that brisk pace to where Alan is, let's roll for her physique, which is a 3.
Bitch, you can run in heels. You're a hoe.
Oh, hers is a 4, actually. Let's roll for that 4. Oh, shit. As you say that, bitch, don't run in those heels. She seems to almost trip over her heels. No, as you say that, not Yome.
Okay.
As you say that, she seems to almost like, ah! And she like kind of trips a little bit in the hall.
I suggest you take those heels off if you're going to run.
Right. Takes off. As she continues further, unfortunately, quite a bit of time has passed at this point. You get over to what appears to be the destination as you see the little graph next to her that again showed Donovan was in the East Hall. You don't appear to be really going toward the East Hall though. You said that they had met outside of the lunchroom, and she seems to run directly there instead, which is why she started running at that point. As she gets there, in the outside of the lunchroom, you see through your device, through the PET screen, her face seemed to go surprised, and she goes, "Alan!" And she runs over toward where that is. She seems to lean down. As she leans down, you see Alan. You see Alan looking a bit disheveled. You see that his collar seems to have been the collar of his shirt seems to have been ripped slightly, and you also see there is now a fresh bruise along his cheek.
Alan.
You are still in a PET.
I know, I can't. I know, that's why she's just like, Alan.
Alan, what happened? What happened this time? Alan seems to sit up. You see that he is, he's definitely, like, got a couple new scrapes on him as well. He doesn't seem to be in the greatest, light. You see that he appears to be not panicking, but definitely still, like, breathing pretty heavily. He looks over to her. I'm fine. Yome, you can definitely speak at this point.
That is not fine. What happened with your meeting with Donovan?
Starts thinking.
Why is the PET off?
Right. He reaches over toward the PET. As he does, he seems to turn it on. The PET seems fine. As he turns it on, Bug Vader, Cross, you guys all of a sudden come back to consciousness.
It's all infinity.
I saw nothing but the screaming.
It seems to have lasted about a few minutes. However, to your guys' thoughts, it only lasted like a second or two. But you can tell instantly through the clock program you guys already unlocked in his Navi that a few minutes has passed. About 10 minutes have passed, maybe a little bit longer. You guys look out from the PET as you see a freshly roughed up Alan.
A what, Alan?
A freshly roughed up Alan.
He been beat.
Oh, okay. I thought you said buffed up for a second. I'm like, wait, did I miss the training montage?
No.
I
he
wasn't got
been-
that long, did I?
You guys also feel that your PET is connected to another PET beside of it, and there is a couple of other Navis in it.
As Bug Vader sees the injuries, who was it?
Oh God, that is fucking creepy as hell.
Do it again.
Who was it?
Oh God.
Yeah,
Ugh.
That'll
like
never not be freaky.
Ugh. I got in a fight. I see that.
Actually, as they're talking,
Mm-hmm.
this recording I have,
You can definitely try to bring that over to the PET that's near you if you'd like.
I wanted to try and doctor it first. Very specifically the part referring to the teacher, because he was like, don't bring that up ever.
You want to try to like bleep that?
Yes.
Do-do-do-do.
Or just like chop it out.
I believe this would be either Link or Data. So let's go with Data.
You know what? They're both two.
Yeah, that's what I was saying with you. It's just like, let's just go with Data.
Dice, come on.
Oh, hey!
Okay.
There you go. The other ones would not have worked. You would have had to have made a decision at that point.
Third time's the charm.
You go through the data rather quickly, and because you are used to doing things like this with your intelligence and blah 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 blah, you are able to bleep out that section and kind of cut it to where the bleep isn't even noticeable. Like you cut that section almost entirely out, but it still seems to flow pretty well.
The moment I'm done, I'm going over to the teacher's PET. You can't fucking turn me off again.
Bug Vader, do you want to stay in this PET or head over to the teacher's PET?
First, he's looking at Alan going, I didn't ask what happened. I asked who.
As you're talking, you notice that there is a headphone jack in the PET, but he does not appear to be wearing headphones. In other words, he can't hear what you guys are saying on the PET.
Are you alright, Cross?
I'm fine. He merely shut it off. Miss Prog, right?
I'm talking to Bug Vader right now, guys.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
My mistake. I got too excited.
Bug Vader, do you want to make your way to the other PET to try to talk to them through that one, or do you want to try to bypass the audio jack?
Get the fuck in here! You don't have to
Oh,
listen
but
to me.
Dika just gave me... Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try to hijack.
I'm gonna say fry the earbuds.
He's going rogue.
Fry those AirPods.
Roll me a link.
Oh. Come on. 5. Plus, like...
That's a 9. Unfortunately, you're not able to bypass the audio jack. You need to go to the other one there in order to make yourself known.
But yeah, let's just make it dramatic and say you see sparks come from the hole in his helmet as he tried to do this.
Oh, definitely.
And then he stops and just slowly goes to the other one.
At that point, Cross, you make your way there. Yome, you had that same thing with Cross. By the way, let's just... There, you guys are in a PET now.
Yeah.
It's a different one, but you're in it. Again, you notice this one seems to be a lot larger. There's a bunch of mystery data kind of strewn about, and other things of that nature. But as you get there, Miss Prog seems to be very much paying attention to what's happening. She seems to be writing down something, making sure to keep a record of everything. She seems to be taking some pictures of what Alan looks like right now. Again, basically just like, we're gonna make sure that we don't lose out on what happened here. She seems to be trying to bypass into the security cameras of the hallway as she goes, someone has turned off all the cameras in this hall.
How?
I'm have
As
no
you see,
evidence of-
as you see, Miss Toki just seems to be like trying to get him up and get him like moving. She's like kind of like dusting him off and stuff, and he just seems to be very embarrassed by the whole situation.
She said that. Do you repeat that? Sorry.
She says that someone seems to have shut down the hallways cameras.
Well, he cracks his neck. I think it's time to track them down. Where can we look?
I know that all of you are very much understandably upset with what's happened here, but I can't allow anyone to go around fighting at school.
That's fine. Miss Frog, right?
Yes.
I have a recording of the conversation.
The conversation?
That happened before he was assaulted and we were shut off.
Oh, well, yes, please, that would be very helpful.
Here you go.
She takes it from you. You nat 20'd, so she's not going to get a roll to see if it was doctored. As you hand it over to her, the tiny bit of data from that, she looks around to the three of you. Well, we should probably go over this, but the three of you, we can't have anyone fighting on school grounds. You see, I know you're all upset.
May I make a request before you take that data?
Of course. What is it?
Can we have a copy of it just in case something happens to it?
Sure. She seems to immediately copy it over and hand over the copy back over to Cross. Because she notices you're full up on data right now for some reason.
Yeah, I'm full up on data, but we should save a copy of that.
Hey, Helmy,
God forbid this bitch dies.
Helmy, have you put on weight? A lot of weight.
Yeah, I'm holding 2 very big battle chips. They're in my tits.
As you guys are talking, Alan's just like looking from Toki to the PT because he can hear you guys from there. Miss Toki, it's fine. I dealt with it. As she looks at him, what do you mean you dealt with it?
What kind of hacking mechanism?
Hacking mechanism? What do you? She looks at her PET and sees Bug Vader.
As you see Bug Vader put his hand to his helmet, like doing the calm down motion to himself.
Not hacking. I didn't. What? No, I hit back. Well, of course you hit back, Alan. She seems to like again try to like get him to stand correctly and kind of like brush him off. She looks at Miss Prague. We'll go over the data that your Navis gave us. We'll figure out what happened here, unless you want to say what happened.
Alan.
I think it is better you tell her yourself, but there is obviously nothing we can do to make you.
Even if you do not tell the truth, the audio will reveal why you've been lying.
I've been cheating. Not me, but I mean, I've been helping someone else cheat. Someone who you'll get more knowledge of from that thing there. I don't want to say right now. And it's been going on since before I joined your class.
Are there speakers I could speak in now?
You can definitely speak in the speakers.
Alan. Are you listening to me?
Yeah, Bug Vader.
I know what you're trying to do. But before we can play that audio, you have to understand. You have your own battle to face first. You're going to have to say his name if you want to get past any of this.
I'm gonna have him roll. He has to roll for his control here. I'll give him one inspiration. One of his Al inspirations are gonna go into this roll. First roll. A 4. Second roll. 17. Plus his 2 control. That's a 19. He looks down and then looks up. I've been helping Donovan cheat. Donovan?
He gives a smile.
I've been helping him cheat. I've been doing his homework the past year or so. Not because he can't do it. Because you know that he can. And I know it probably sounds weird, but I've been doing it because he didn't want to, and if I did that and everything went fine, then I wouldn't get hurt as much. Get hurt as much, but she's gonna roll for her knowledge, which is less than Alan's. Just thought I'd say that.
I have thought you fell down the stairs quite a lot.
That's still a really good roll for her. Alan, I know you're smarter than you... It can't be... Miss Prog turns on the audio. You guys hear the first little bit as it's Alan. And then right after, you hear Donovan's voice. At which point Miss Prog turns it off. Basically just going like, we just needed to see who he was talking to. I don't want Miss Toki to misunderstand, is basically what Miss Prog is doing. Okay, I'll figure things out. I'll fix this. Alan, you need to let me know these things, alright? I know it might be hard to talk to your teacher, but you need to help. I need to be able to know so I can help you. Yeah. She, takes him into a hug. Alan, go home, okay? For the rest of the day. You need to lay down. I'll stop by later and we'll see what goes on, okay? She tries to move his hair out of his face. We'll see if your dad's home. We'll talk to him. Maybe not. No, that's fine. Huh? That's fine. I don't need you to come over. I'll probably just lay down or something, and maybe I'll order something, or don't worry about it. All right, but go home, okay? I'll take care of everything here. We'll get Donovan. We'll see what. I'll make sure. I'll make sure that this stops, okay? Pat, pat. She looks back to the PET. All right, you three. Get moving.
Yes, ma'am. One last thing.
Hmm?
At the time of our conversation, seeing how the cameras had gone out, Blitzman was absent.
He was?
Yes.
Hmm. We'll figure things out. Thank you very much, you three.
Cross, it's nice to meet you.
Cross. She looks over to Bug Vader. Bug Vader, I'm guessing.
I am Bug Vader.
Mm.
I'm
Looks
an
to-
antivirus program.
Looks
I was
to
built
Yome.
to defend.
Mm.
Do you say anything, Yome?
Mm. Thank you for listening to me.
And you are?
Me?
She nods.
What do you mean?
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
The other two just introduced themselves to the teacher.
Oh, Yome.
Get him home, okay?
Mm-hmm.
If he needs anything, tell him to call me or talk to his dad or something, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now get up. Now get going. Kind of like flicking you guys a little bit, like get out of my PET.
Leaves the PET.
Phew.
Oh, Bug Vader leaves, by the way.
Yome?
Yeah, I'm going in the PT.
As you guys do, Miss Toki seems to look at Alan again, just kind of like with a bit of a sad but kind of trying to smile at him, and then she steps away. You guys feel the PET and Miss Toki leave the area. Alan looks down to you guys, looks to the audio jack as he seems to unplug the earbuds. He lifts them up. You guys notice the earbuds have been disconnected, like they were broken.
Alan?
He seems to sigh from that and just kind of like toss them into a nearby trash can. Yeah, Yome.
Why did you turn off the PET?
He looks to Cross and Bug Vader. I didn't want you guys to see.
Bug Vader raises a hand. I'm not mad. There's a reason I told you to say his name. This is your fight. We can do only so much to help. But just know, now that you said his name, you can't turn back anymore. You're part of this. Be ready for what's to come.
Alan, I would like to apologize.
Apologize.
I recorded the conversation without your permission.
I'm not used to having Navis that can do stuff like that and do stuff on their own. I'm not mad, Cross. Thank you. I
Then
don't
you are
know if
welcome.
she would have believed me without it. Trying to
You are welcome.
explain to somebody that the best student in class is cheating off of one of the worst is probably a lot harder than you'd think.
Yes, and if it is of added consolation, I made sure to edit out the part referring to her.
There was a part referring to her?
Yes.
You're
Wait,
sure?
what?
Yes, Donovan had threatened to bring it up early on in your conversation.
Oh. Okay. Okay, yeah.
I thought since due to our conversation in the bathroom, it would be better to edit out all reference to it.
Uh, uh, yeah. Yeah, thanks.
Thankfully, there was nothing incriminating during that part, or else I would have been forced to keep it in.
What? Incriminating? I don't, I don't... He seems to get a little sad at that.
I'm joking.
Let's go home, guys. He seems to get up from where he's at and start making his way toward the front of the school. Do you guys want to do anything at school before he goes to leave?
I think Yomi's good.
I am sated.
Bug Vader will stand up. Alan.
He looks down at the PET as he's moving.
You did a brave thing. And I'm proud of you. That's all I have to say. Whether you like it or not, we will be protecting you.
Thanks, both of you? We'll look
Take it as
we'll look into that
compliment.
we'll look into that after I lay down for a minute.
One more thing, Alan, actually.
Mm-hmm.
To commemorate your moment of bravery, I found these on the way to find the teacher.
Now that you're connected to the PET, you can just kind of stow them there instead of keeping them in your valuable inventory space.
Yes.
Tits of storage.
As you take them out, Yomei dies from coughing.
Blech.
You bring out 2 pieces of battle chip data. You guys note that there is a guard chip and a boomer chip. Battle chips?
Yes.
Where did you... What?
I found it somewhere along the school network. As soon as I noticed the PET turn off, I went to the classroom. I found it on the way there.
Battle chip data on the school network? That's not something that usually happens.
Well?
There might have been another accident, though. There's a Navi that does some things at school, and...
Oh, you mean Sparrow Man.
You know about him?
I've heard that he is rather a bit of a... outcast, and that he doesn't feel the rules regard to him. So then, if he feels above the rules of not battling at school, these are probably remnants of his battle chip data.
He might have either lost someone, I don't know, or maybe he deleted some of the school's viruses, which I don't know why he would do that, or maybe he got into a net battle, which is very much not a thing that he should do. I don't know.
Regardless, these are now yours.
It's actually because of him that I had to end up using my Navi to make you guys instead of using you guys to make my Navi better.
I had heard.
I'm glad I did, though. I'm glad that I took the time to start from scratch.
How do you feel about Sparrow Man and his net op?
They're not that bad, I don't think. I think that they probably should calm down a little bit, but they seem to just have, I don't know, some problems.
Would you also advise we stay away from him?
Maybe, yeah. I don't want to lose you guys, too. But I don't think they're bad. I just think that they're maybe acting it. I don't know.
I see.
You guys are walking away from the school. You guys can see that he is out in the daytime once again. The school network being left behind. I thought I fucking heard you ratting me out. I'm kidding.
It should have looked at the PET.
Don't worry. I'm sure that she would love to know the information that I have on you, Alan. Anyway.
It's fine. I'll just collect more blackmail.
You guys make your way back to Alan's house. It's not nighttime, but you know. That's the only picture I have of it. As you guys make your way back to Alan's, he seems to step inside a lot more careful than he did before when he left. As he steps inside, he seems to call out to... I love it says totally pizza. He ate that already. He seems to call out. He's like, I'm home. Kind of waits for a second at the door. Rolling luck. No response. Steps inside, closes the door behind him. He goes inside to his room. He sets you guys down at the area you were at before. As he plugs you into the device that you guys were plugged into before, your PET grows. The space grows again like it did whenever you guys were originally plugged in. And as he sits there, he looks to you guys. I wasn't able to talk to Miss Toki about home networks or anything, but I was able to look up some things, and I think I might be able to get you guys signed in, if you want me to.
That would be wonderful.
Yes.
Other than that, I know that you guys said you wanted to also check out Yome's thing. Looks over toward the device that you were in before, Yome.
Yes. Yes.
We'll check that out in a bit too. I'll start up the program and lay down for a bit. He seems to start tapping away at his keyboard. You guys see him working along things, apparently signing you guys into his home network. As he begins to do this, what are you doing, Bug Vader?
Two things.
Mm-hmm.
Donations.
One,
There's a ton of donations. I already know that.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at them in a long time, so I don't know what they are. But I'll get to them in a bit.
Okie
well,
dokie.
that was gonna be my number two, but my number one is that it's reaching that time where I'm gonna have.
That's
to duck
why.
out.
Yeah, that's why I'm ending game. That's why I wanna get this done so that I can look at the donations.
Oh, okay. Then
Yeah.
in that case, yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm the reason the donations have been taking a while. Anyway, yeah, he's just gonna do his patrolling and see if he can maybe get information on the cameras.
As you guys begin to do your own things, he seems to set up the network for you guys. However, it doesn't seem to immediately allow you guys in. You see what appears to be a status loading bar appear in the PET. He makes his way over toward the device that Yome came in and sets it onto his desk. As he looks at it, he starts like trying to figure out how to get it to connect to his network without everything getting really shitty. I'm gonna roll for his knowledge. He nat ones. He will try again when he wakes up. You see that as he lifts up this thing, Yome across Bug Vader, he seems to somewhat like just kind of shake his head a bit and kind of put his hand onto one of the bruises on his head.
You may wish to get some ice for that.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll go sit down and do that for a bit. This should let you guys in just a minute. Excuse me. Sorry.
If anything else feels wrong, please come back and tell us.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure it'll be fine. He sits up from the desk he's at and goes off into the other room. As he does this, the loading bar on the top seems to fill up all the way. He nat one. That was a knowledge nat one too. I'm gonna roll for luck.
Joker, look, we have more money.
Viruses swarm into the PET. We are fighting for 5 hours straight.
Jake, odds or evens?
Evens.
All right. If it's odds, something will happen. It's evens. Wait, no, you said evens.
Yes.
Got it. You guys feel your connection to the network begin to fill up. You guys now know that you can jump from here to the home network whenever you wish. You guys are also completely connected to his PC, extending your reach even further as more spires begin to appear all over the area, as well as what appears to be a bunch of different data and things from his desktop appear.
Ooh, what stuff?
Just different things. There's like some Explorer things, like Internet Explorer stuff. Not Internet Explorer, you know what I mean. Different things like that. A couple of pieces of image data, stuff like that.
Are we going to be ending right now, or do we have like a few more
We're
actions?
gonna be ending in just a minute. I just want to make sure if you guys do anything or not.
Yeah, I'm going to start looking at his desktop. I mean, I'm going to help him out, so I should organize his shit.
You begin to organize this stuff. What are you doing, Yome? Since I know that Bug Vader's basically gonna have like a new area to patrol, and he's like, yeah.
She'll go to help out Cross and see what she can do, and she'll also relate across what she learned from Beastman.
As you guys are doing that, both of you roll me for scan to see if you guys notice or see something.
Oh man, these inspiration
I
for the night.
I have 2 left. Last one. I'm glad I used that one.
That is 5.
Well,
12 is not enough.
damn.
13 plus my 3 scan is 16.
16 is enough.
Yeah.
As you guys
Can I destroy this card?
Huh?
Can I destroy this fake card?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, sorry.
As you guys are going through his stuff, beginning to organize his desktop for him, you guys are talking about like what you learned from Beastman. You notice, Yome, that a rather large image file is on his desktop.
Ooh, what's this?
It's much larger than anything else. It seems to be a rather large image file, potentially a screen cap from something or anything like that, but it seems to like fill up the entire desktop.
I want to
Not like fill up the, you know what I mean. It's like the image like area is the entire desktop.
I'm gonna look at this.
If you open it, it will be opened on the desktop.
Well, he's napping, isn't he?
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay.
I can close it when I'm done.
And I think we're gonna end things off right there for today.
You son of a bitch.
With that being said, I think it's time to end things off. If you have any questions, comments, complaints, or wisecrack, I'm kidding.
You sick fuck.
Yoma's just gonna look at that, process it, write it in her head note, and she gonna close it.
So let's see here. So about an hour ago, we got Because Reasons donated $4 to the Beatboxing Metal. So we'll give that to the Beatboxing Metal for a minute. Another one right after was from Arad donating $2, also saying to the Beatboxing Metal, or Alan if you reject this. So that's going to be 3 to the Beatboxing Metal. Arad after that says, you can make money on YouTube, Jake? When did that happen? Inspiration to Beastman. So it's going to be another Beastman inspiration. Right after that, the porn thing is obviously false. Having access to porn at school would obviously make you the most popular person in the whole building. Inspiration to Alan. It's gonna be 1 to Alan, 1 to one to Alan, 1 to Beastman, 2 to the beatboxing, or 3 to the beatboxing metal. After that, can't believe it's not a bot. Donated $10. Says to Alan's martial arts training. So I'm just guessing to Alan. At which point, Ronan Lost also gave $10. Can we prestige the gate box? Inspiration to the gate box if that checks out. Well, we'll see. I'll say it's inspiration to what's in the gate box. We'll say that.
She a hoe.
With that being said, what's up?
So just to make sure, when I found this big. Was it a big image file, or was it a big
seems
folder?
it seems to be a screen cap of his desktop.
Okay.
So it apparently was something that he saw on his desktop that he screen capped.
Okay. So has a screenshot.
Oh, it was 20 to the beatboxing med tool? Wait. That was fucking 20 to the beatboxing med tool. What the fuck?
Beatboxing metals, man.
Okay, so the beatboxing med tool is gonna have 11 inspiration. Great. Fuck.
I can't wait for the beatboxing metal to be a boss fight. It drops the beats.
Let's just carefully scroll around the thing that's on the
cam girl.
It's on the thing over there, and just like look down here. There we go. Perfect. All right, so we're away from that. Let's give Alan his real quick. Alan got 5, 6. Okay. Let's just give him 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll count how many Alan has in a minute. The beatboxing Metul is going to get 11, so let's just put this down here, and then we'll say beat metspiration. Beat metspiration. Cool.
Is this what you want, Alan? Is this what you want us to look like?
Just Yome looks at.
Is this what you want?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Because that's
11.
the last thing she heard when she was thrown out a fucking window.
Let's also make a beast inspiration. So Beastman's gonna get some inspiration. It's gonna be great. Let's do that. And everybody's just fucking yelling in the chat.
While you do that, someone had brought up where maybe they can maybe he could customize Yome to look like Miss Toki because it was what could be done with her. No.
If you look at his programming, if you look at his programming stat, that is way beyond him.
Also, not only just that, but her original intent as a gacha wife, there's no point of having multiple wives if you can just have them look like whatever you want. That's why you roll the gacha, because there's a specific one that meets all your criteria, and that's the one you want. So whether you age her up or you age her down, Yome looks like Yome.
Because I can, Cyan donates $38. So does this create the beatboxer to +1? Sure. I don't even know what this thing is, but it's now +1. It is now a +1
are you
beatboxing Navi.
You're literally letting oh god.
It is now a +1 beatboxing metal. I don't know what it is, but I'm not going to say it's going to be important at all, but there you go.
I have feelings.
Don't worry about those feelings. Look at them. It's fine.
Worry about the feelings of this.
Yeah.
What's that?
And Yome's feelings of this.
What are you guys looking at over here? That's weird.
No, it's okay.
What are you guys looking at right here? That's a weird thing to be looking at. Don't worry about
it. It's okay. My user's being taught by a whore.
The fucking slam.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to copy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Wait, is that her net? No, that's not her net Navi. That is her.
Who knows? Who knows who or what that is? I do, but who knows?
I don't. All I know is that I've taken several screen caps already.
I'll have you know, This image was also, well, a similar image to this was also on my Patreon on Easter because it's a bunny.
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
You madman.
So, anybody have any anything else to say about what's going on today?
I don't know, man.
Close this.
Just here's the thing. You want to talk about blackmail, Cross?
Listen,
I don't think the school faculty will like knowing that a cam girl is in their midst.
What are you talking about?
A sexual deviant.
What do you mean?
She might prey on the children. We're gonna get this bitch fired.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna ruin this girl's whole career.
Why? She's nice to him.
I don't know why yet.
I don't know why yet. I'll figure that out later.
I don't know why yet, but I can now.
What's that smell? Is that food? Oh no, that's the smell of sabotage. I'm in.
Fuck, I can't copy this shit. It's probably too big for my storage.
It's fine. Let's just take this and paste it in Donovan's computer. Everywhere.
Oh man, 2 birds with 1 stone. Fuck, I'm gonna ask you if I can copy this. I'm gonna ask you if I can edit and copy this. It'll be great. I have plans for this.
You fucking mad woman.
So, I believe that next week we can't have either game.
Sadly.
Because people are going to be missing. There's also going to be people going over to having people over and things of that nature. So next week there will not be either of the games. However, the week after that, which is the 19th, will be Warhammer. We'll have our the Warhammer game on the 19th. Hope everybody will be happy with that and be able to do the things with that. At which point, I believe the 26th will be the next Mega Man game. So,
and knowing my luck,
you'll be sick.
knowing my luck, I'll be having a hiatus until then too for my game. I don't try to. Let me be clear. I physically get ill every time I miss a game. Last time I was literally physically ill. But anyway, I hate this game because of stuff on the outside. It aggravates me. I hate it.
Yeah.
Where's she at? There she is.
Anyway.
There she is, right there. There we go.
Eat your vegetables.
There we are. Perfect. Perfect. It's fine. This is fine. Until next time, guys.
Like, hold on, where's the arrow thing? It's like I have several questions for you today, Miss we have several questions for you today, Miss Toki. Oh, what questions? We have questions about these. And this. And these. And more importantly, these. We have several questions for you, Miss Toki.
We shall definitely see. Until next time, guys, like always, later days. Just drawing little things.
What's funny, Squeaky, is that Bug has been wanting to talk to your character for a while about sabotaging people. Because of your abilities.
Okay, all right.